All right, we're live. Star Wars Adventures D6, my Monday night table. Got a new person. Got Rory tonight taking over for Wes, playing the computer hacker extraordinaire and guy that can, hack most doors and stuff like that. All right, from last week, guys, I do believe that what we had going on was you guys had taken care of the ASP 7s, that's ASP 7s, that were congregating outside your ship. Had explored the asteroid base a bit more, had found out some of the different stuff, like stuff that was underneath the tarps, and you'd found a hallway that stairs going down were choked off with debris. You went up and did some more exploration, found out what had happened to the environmentals, had basically scavenged a part off of your ship, and we're going to use that to fix what was broken. So when last we were here together, I do believe that Harris, Ray, and Kiro were all up in the control room for the reactor, with Cradle and Elo actually in the reactor in some cobbled up radiation-resistant suits that you guys had found that had been kind of tore up, and you were able to sort of cobble something together that gave you some temporary protection. If I remember correctly, you guys went off and took the part from your ship, stuck it in there, prayed for the best, thought everything was good. There was a snap, a crack, a loud pop, and all the lights went out, and that was where we ended. Does that sound about right, people?
Yep, sounds good to me.
I'm with you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, then. So, sorry, say again?
Akiro's being a freak.
All right. So, Elo and Krail, who are both inside the reactor, the lights go out, but the reactor stays running. That picture there, you just see it just, shining really bright white bluish light. That does not diminish, but all of the lights around the edges and stuff like that go out, flicker, and then go completely out. They're out for just a couple of seconds, and then all of a sudden there's a sound, a whirring, and the lights all come back on.
Okay, does the whirring sound like something abnormal?
It just sounds like a lot, like equipment energizing.
Okay, kind of like circulation system maybe come back online?
Maybe, or just a large power converter, relays opening up, stuff that hasn't run for a while, being powered.
But it's not like a grinding, grating noise like something's not right.
Yeah, something's very bad.
All right,
Nope.
I've seen this movie before. The power's out. What we got to do is send Samuel L. Jackson to a shed to get eaten by some raptors, and then we're good.
Ooh, or sharks.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on the comm and radio the guys in the control room.
All right, well, go ahead and do that, Krail.
Hey, can you guys run a system test from there? We think we got it.
All right.
I look over at Ray.
Sure, I can take a look at it.
Okay. Ray, why don't you go ahead and roll a... let's see. Let me take a look at your character real quick. Why don't you roll me a tech skill at plus... I'm going to give you a +6 on that. So you're going to roll a 4d6 plus 6.
Okay.
So do you remember how to use the...
The dice
actually, it's
macros.
gonna be, the dice macros? Close, but no.
No?
Because you have an exploding dice in there.
Oh.
So if you select your token and click on dice pool, then all you have to do is just put in a 4 in the first and a 6 in the second, and then submit, and it'll automatically roll it out there for you and take into account your wild die and calculate it all out for you. So
I'm not
if you want to try
seeing
that,
I'm not seeing my tokens.
Your
Where-
tokens
oh, there they are.
are
I
right.
see them now.
Odinu.
I found them. Sorry,
All right.
I was on the wrong screen. All right, what am I rolling again? Which button am I doing?
you're going to click on where it says dice.
Dice. Okay. All right, 4. Okay.
Dude, that's even better.
Damn.
So, because you
Nice.
have rolled so well, you have you have what's called a spectacular success. So you do find out the information that you're looking for, and you can narrate and add something in that gives you a bit of a small bonus for a short time, or something along those lines. Do you guys want to help him out with this and give him like some suggestions of what he could do? In the meantime, Ray, the first thing you're going to find out is you are able to pull up the information. The code that was coming back as a hard fault on the environmentals, as well as the the gravity is now working correctly. Gravity has been restored. Atmosphere is being pumped back into the base. You do see this information on your control screen. Guys, you want to give him some help? Give him some suggestions on perhaps a spectacular success involving that skill roll.
One possible suggestion, maybe with the amazing success, he was able to pull up whether it was just a randomized system failure or if it was something intentional that blew the breaker before.
Anyone? Well, actually, the whole thing was removed. The whole breaker was removed, so you know that it didn't blow.
Well,
I mean, it was laying on the ground next to it.
Okay, never mind that then.
Everything is better in those, and all the droids I might want to kill on the station are now dead.
Okay. Funny, but I'm going to quote the immortal sage: "Stay on target. Stay on target."
Hey, I figured it'd help us.
Okay, how about this? As he's going through doing the spinning up of all the the computer programming on running stuff, he catches two other minor errors that no one had noticed before with this critical error, and he's got a chance on fixing those to just via the computer.
Okay.
I have a replacement option for my original.
How about this one? You find the control, because he wasn't here for this. You actually find the controls for the turbo lasers on the outside of the base.
That could be useful. Are there ships out there that are hostile to us?
No, you guys want to give him a quick synopsis of where we're at?
We were trying to go and retrieve a party ship, basically. We got pulled out of hyperspace by an interdictor cruiser, which is on the first page there if you scroll up. It's the one with the energy beams coming out of it, and it had some Imperial Star Destroyer support. It was launching. It had ties in the area. They were basically doing random search and seizure on civilian craft, looking for rebels, contraband. We got ripped into real space by this interdictor cruiser, and it told us to stand to and drop into line for inspection. We are rebels, so bad idea, no. And we ended up fleeing to the asteroid field that you see on the left there. It sent ties after us. We ended up finding a clearing in the asteroid field that had this really large asteroid, almost a planetoid in it. And we were planning to try and go hide there. The ties came busting out of the the asteroid field after us, and these two turrets warmed up and went live on the planetoid and opened up on the ties. And then we got sucked into a docking bay by the tractor beam. Long and short of it.
And so they've been basically trying to figure out what the heck is real special about this base and trying to get out of there.
So the cannons, the turbo lasers never shot at our ship?
No, they did not directly shoot at our ship. They shot at the ties. That doesn't mean that they might not shoot at us.
Yeah.
The other suggestion I was going to offer is maybe considering the state of one of our party members, he was able to find and prep med lab. If there is a med lab.
9!
I'm trying.
I got it. Nope, we're going to go with the turbo lasers.
Did you guys get the chance to scan the asteroid at all before you were sucked in via tractor beam?
Yeah, that's how I saw the turrets.
Oh, okay. That's how you saw the turrets. Gotcha.
They attempted to, but a lot of the... that was one thing that they had found out about it, was that it actually reflected a lot of radar signatures, and that it was actually made up of a portion of it was made up out of material not the same as the surrounding asteroids.
Because it's fully operational.
See, now if you'd been here the entire time, Brett, you'd know all this shit.
I would. Thank you for getting me up to speed.
So with my roll that I made there, is it possible that I could create some kind of like a remote kill switch for these cannons?
Not with that roll. You know, if you want to, that's something that you could possibly do.
Okay.
As it stands right now, you have access to those. You can regulate the power for those turbo lasers if you want. In fact, if you wanted to, you could turn them off.
Well, I'm not sure that I want to turn them off, but I would like to have control over them.
Well, you do have control over them.
Well, I mean, as we're like trying to escape. That's kind of what I'm imagining here.
Okay. So you want to be able to do like some kind of remote kill switch.
Right.
How much time you want to spend on it?
I don't know. Are we in a rush?
One of our friends is extremely irradiated, and we need to find medical support for him.
I'm in a rush. Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Well, then
We're
I'll.
like on a matter of hours here.
All right. Well, then I'll shut him off then.
Okay. All right, but I mean that's not something. I mean you can come back and do that again. I mean you can turn them on, turn them off, however you want. I mean it's not going to be a one-time thing. You have found a way to access that portion of the system, and you can do that now.
Okay.
All right, so back to Elo and Cradle. What are you guys going to do?
Well,
currently right now you're in the reactor room.
Yeah, since we've gotten an all clear from the men upstairs, we're gonna sweep for any remaining droids and possibly find a med bay for Harris.
All right, so you're exiting the reactor room, heading back down to the landing bay area, correct?
Yes. If the door
Checking
will
in
let
with
us.
Rito.
Yeah. And
Say
we'll
again.
Rito along the way.
Excellent. All right. Yeah, Rito's outside on the door. You notice, Ray, when they get over there to exit, you guys notice the door is locked. You guys kind of like, hey, not really sure what's going on. It's locked. Ray, you notice on your board that there is a security area there, and go ahead and just roll a security roll for me, please.
Okay.
While I was doing that, quick question. Why is Rito called Rito 1 on Roll20?
Because he's Rito 1.
Because I have a lot of Ritos.
Oh, okay.
Because he's our Rito. And
Just wondering if that was another typo like Abandoned Adventures. For the two people that might be watching this on YouTube, Don misspelled adventures on the event page. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got a 14 on my security.
Okay. You see that the door is locked. You go ahead and throw it into the open position, and a couple seconds later, boom! It snaps back into lock.
So, you gonna open the door for us?
Guta, guta, guta.
It's not opening.
You can try it again if you want.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that back.
Bypass.
So go ahead and roll the same. That is a great roll. All right. It pops into the green. The door cycles for you, Elo, and you see that it moves from red to green.
Excellent. I'll pop the hatch.
Okay. The magnetic door pops off of its seal, rotates out. You guys head on back there, and Rito's like standing there. Guta guta.
Guta, guta. Us armed.
All right. Door cycles shut behind you.
Yeah.
It shows green, and then boop, turns over to red.
Guns out.
All right, Harris, Ray, and Akira, what you guys gonna do?
So the door shut on us again?
Once they got outside, it automatically shut on its own and cycled into the lock position.
To me, that's probably a safe, normal, reaction to it.
Yeah.
You don't want people just walking into the reactor. That's, even with me being as addle-brained as I am now, can I look and make sure that the reactor room, the radiation level is dropping in it?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and make a tech roll for me at, I think we agreed -1D, correct?
Yeah. And let's stop the make a stamina roll. We made too many of those.
Don't be a smarty pants and we'll make you throw up. Don't piss off the game master, he won't make you vomit.
As long as there are no big swooshing fans this time around.
Yeah, bad fans. Bad fans.
Bad memories.
All right, you're able to find what you think may be a radiation count. It sort of looks correct, even though it is kind of blurry around the edges. Not 100% sure. It's definitely something that is showing in a certain band range that it's not healthy, but it does seem to be within what you think might be proper parameters.
Okay, guys. It looks like the radiation levels in there are dropping back to what they would normally be. So the fix worked.
That's a huge relief.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a sweep of the corridors, see if we can make sure there's no other droids running around.
We haven't found any hazard suits or anything of that nature, have we?
There's a couple that Cradle and I are wearing.
Okay.
That we patched together.
So it's like a jury rig type of thing.
Well, they are the remains of multiple rad suits.
Plus baling wire, duct tape.
They looked like they were sabotaged. But I was able to piece two of them back together.
Yep. All right, Harris, Ray, and Akiro, where are you going to head off to, buddy? What you guys going to do?
Before we leave here, can Ray pull up security and visually, the security cameras and visually check the hallways? Could we do that from here, or do we need to find a different computer system?
Probably a different computer system.
Okay.
There's got to be some kind of security center where that has cameras and stuff, or monitors.
Well, we've got the map. We know where the headquarters is. Is that where we all want to rally to?
If we run into trouble and need to retreat, I'm hoping Redo's got us covered at the doorway.
Oh, I've got my blaster drawn.
All right. So, are you guys staying up in the control room and pursuing another avenue? What you guys going to do? Everybody has comm links, by the way, so I mean you can stay in communication with each other. And the atmosphere is slowly coming back on, and you do now have gravity, so you're not like flying around in 0G now.
Which is good, because I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah. It tends to upset the stomach easily.
Yeah.
Or in my case, stomachs. I don't know if Rhodians have more than one or two.
Well,
I also
don't know if there's any internal cams or anything like that, or security sensors or anything, concerning the nature of this base. But if you guys can find them and sweep them, that'd be great. Cradle and I are still gonna do an eyes-on hunt, basically.
For what? What exactly are Elo and Cradle doing?
Hostiles and a med bay.
Okay, well,
map with us.
You've pretty much gone through the landing bay area, the ATC, the storage area. You found the exit heading up towards the top of the asteroid, leading to what you thought might be a communications array or exterior
access to the turrets or something.
Access to the turrets and stuff of that nature. You did see the one hallway. That you had opened up and found the slashed and partially destroyed rad suits in the hall. At the far end was a staircase going up and down. The downstairs staircase was choked off by rubble and rocks, and you could only go up. So that's your options.
Okay. Was the up to the area where we had the access to the outside, or was that another up?
No, that was another up. The access to the outside was towards the rear of the
hangar.
Of the hangar area.
Okay.
Because Ray was working on the computer and went, "Hey, I can undo that, Lord." door, which I was like, Ray, you're not even there.
So, well, I guess our choice is then to go up at the stairwell where we can go up or down.
Affirmative.
All right, so you're heading off. You guys are heading off on your own then. You and Rito and Krail, letting Akiro and Harrison.
Force right now, so.
Okay, I just need to know what different people are doing and what they're doing in their narration.
Yep.
So you guys are heading that direction, coming back to Harris, Ray, and Sucks Rancid Hogballs.
Who's AFK at the moment?
Is he really? Ugh, what a bone brain. All right, Harris and Ray, what are you guys doing then?
We're heading towards the headquarters. Look, yeah, is Akira going with us, or is he zombied out right now?
For now, I'm just going to have him, hanging with you guys.
Okay. Well, he's the only one of us that is functioning good enough to hold his own in combat, so...
Well, I don't know. Ray isn't doing bad, is he?
No, I don't think so.
He's beat up, but he's not as bad as I am.
I was going to say, I thought he got healed up, didn't he, guys?
Okay, yeah, he's fully healed.
Yeah, I thought someone had spent some med packs on it, because he had been, incapacitated, and then wounded too, and then I think some additional med packs got used on him. I don't remember. It's been 2 weeks ago. I don't have
That
any
is
notes.
correct. Ray is in good shape.
Okay.
He has no wound markers on him.
And how many med packs do you guys have left in inventory?
Good question.
I had 2 on me plus my bag of 8, so
Yeah.
we'll
Probably burnt through 2 or 3 of those at least.
I've got 2 on me, so.
Well, you did have 2 on you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Don, why did you take away my ability to fix my name?
Oh, no particular reason.
Yeah, so my 2 got used on Ray. So, until I can replenish out of the med pack.
So we got estimated probably about 10 or so amongst the party, give or take. But do the 3 of us want to head up to the headquarters? Again, remember, you all are going to be, especially now that it's gravity, and I'm going to have to actually walk instead of float along in 0G. You're going to have to be helping me move.
Using my legs like a sucker.
All right, so is everybody then heading out together then? Is that my understanding?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
All right then. All right. I'm going to assume Elo and Rito and Krail are towards the beginning. Harris in the middle. Ray and Akiro bringing up the rear, or taking in the rear as Akiro is. But
What was the weapon?
We'll go
Yeah.
slow and cautious so they can catch up.
Yeah, I've got the heavy blaster drawn, of course.
Okay, very good. You guys get up to the stairs. The stairs are actually quite wide. Allowing probably 2 or 3 people to go up. Shoulder to shoulder. It is made out of a standard metal alloy. Something that would be put into place, kind of almost like scaffolding, but only it's quite a bit more sturdy. So you guys go up, and you're looking up ahead, kind of going around the corners, being as good about it as you can. And this probably goes up probably about 2.5 flights of stairs, and then there's a door in front of you, a sliding electronic door. You push to open it. Slides immediately to the right and opens into a hallway. This hallway goes straight ahead for about 10 meters or so. There is a door immediately to the right, a door in the left wall, the right wall, and one straight ahead. And then at the end of this hallway, it takes an abrupt left turn.
And how's the lighting in here? I might have missed this earlier.
All the lighting is back on.
Okay,
Are
excellent.
the doors labeled in any way?
You go up to the first one, it says Armory. Straight across from that says Crew Quarters. And then you've got the one at the far end of the hall.
Well, room checks, basically.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You go to open up the. Well, I mean, tell me which ones you guys are going to, or what it is you're looking for. Like you said, you were looking for med facilities.
Well, we're also checking to make sure there's no bad guys behind us, basically.
Yep.
So
Okay.
I say we check the crew quarters first because I'm guessing the armory is going to have some sort of lockdown on it.
Okay. Akira, why don't you go ahead and make a search roll, looking behind you to make sure that no one's sneaking up on you.
I was getting ready to say that that's what I'm doing. So, but okay.
I figured you were towards the middle, Harris.
Yeah, but they'll all be busy doing the room clearing, and for once, I'm not able to get in a fight, so I'll be rear security and cover the stairway.
Everything's clear.
Yep, everything is
Oh no.
Perfectly fine, perfectly normal.
All right, so we have Akira and Harris that are pretty much watching behind. Got Cradle, Rito, and if I can see,
Elo.
yeah.
Yep.
Elo,
Yeah.
Cradle, Rito, and Ray, I guess, are all moving ahead. Is that what you guys are doing?
Yep. Gonna inspect the door that we can't see from here, the unmarked one.
Okay. Well, again, you have a door in the left wall. It says crew quarters. You could go off and take a look at that. The one in the right wall says armory, and the one ahead of you, Rito, you're like, huh? I can't. The symbol looks kind of familiar, and you get closer and closer, and you look at it, and it says medical facility.
Hey, now I'll wave my suction finger hands over. Medical, I'll say.
Uta guta, medical, uta guta.
Medic.
All right, first things first, and I stack up ready to hit that cruise quarters.
Well, Harris and
That's-
Akira can start moving down the corridor.
Yeah, I just don't want to pass a door and leave it unchecked.
Yeah.
Okay.
we'll
In the
stay-
meantime, Rito, I need you to make a search roll. I'm assuming you're going to be looking down that long L-shaped corridor.
Most
Immediately to your
definitely.
left.
I am. Let's see. Perception search. Am I looking for ambushes? Do I get that extra
Nope.
plus 1d? No. Okay,
Nope.
so just straight up search. So 3d plus 1 right there. Okay, let me click on Reno dice.
3, 1, submit.
Why am I not seeing?
Oh.
Crap. Hold on, let me try that again. Sorry. There we go.
Okay.
Dice. It's not showing me. Oh, there it is. Input value. 3D.
No D, just 3.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I should know that by now, right?
You should.
How many dice? 3.
It's all right, Brett. We know you should have been born blonde.
Well, dude, I am Polish.
No, I wouldn't go around telling anybody that.
I know. Oh, man.
Okay. You're fairly confident. You're looking down the hallway. You're not really seeing a whole lot. All right, heading on back to the rest of you guys. Rito has turned around and is very, very excitedly gesticulating towards the door that he is taking a look at. And definitely, Harris, you're gonna. I mean, everybody here understands Rodian. And he's, I got a medibay over here.
Oh, yeah.
First,
Harris,
before we
Akira,
go,
go.
now first clear the rooms because we don't want to all get tangled up and leave something behind us unsecure.
I'll go first.
All right.
Right.
So which way you guys going? And give me sort of an order. And remember, it's not Dungeons and Dragons.
Akira
Okay.
goes first.
Crail will be
Which
right on
way?
his butt.
Okay,
Crew quarters,
where are you
right?
guys going? Crew quarters, armory, medbay. Where are you
Medbay.
guys going? Okay,
I'm
you got
going
past.
medbay.
Okay, guys.
Crew
I'm
quarters.
sorry. I don't mean to be losing my temper,
Done.
but
Done.
you have
Stop
3
talking.
doors.
Let them talk.
All right.
Akira, where are you going?
Medbay, like I said.
Okay, Harris, you're going with Akira?
Nope, I've got rear security. We've got to secure this place first.
We are going to. You are
Yeah.
Yeah,
hurt.
see, See, that's what I wasn't understanding. We have Akiro and Harris in the rear, and then Akiro saying that he's going to the med bay, which is down the hall, which is past the two doors that you guys say that you want to secure, and it's a complete clusterfuck. And that's the reason I'm trying to figure out what.
But we have a party of multiple characters. We can split up duties. My personal preference is for Harris to go to med bay with Akiro. And Cradle and I and Ray can work on doors.
Yep. And I can help out with that too. Or I can help out guard the guys in the med bay while they're doing their thing.
Yes, stay in the hallway and keep that clear.
Yep, the way that I have you guys set up is the way that I figure your marching order is in this hallway, going from left to right. Does that look about correct?
Yes, Rito in the front, the three of us in the middle, and Akiro and Harris at the back.
And this is how I envision the hallway looking for you guys. Okay, there's a door. This will probably be the stairs that you guys came up in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so it would be something to the effect of looking like this. And again, I hate maps. Because if there's anything that pops people out of role-playing, it's a frickin' map.
Yeah, but in this situation, it is actually beneficial.
Right. Okay. To the north here, right there, that would be where it says crew quarters. Down here, it says armory. Over here, it says med bay. And I have you guys set up the way that I envisioned you. Is that correct or incorrect, guys?
Look, I'm good.
That works for me.
Yeah,
I'm good with that too.
Yeah, and
All right.
And just like you said, if we try to go from Akiro and me through everyone to the med bay, it's going to mess everything up. I can wait another 5 minutes, secure everything, and then we'll go to the med bay. I can't get in the fight. That's why I'll watch the stairs. Everyone else, secure everything else, make sure it's safe. Then we can go into the med bay and not be worried about it.
Doctors and patients.
Yep. As I'm seeing this, I'm seeing Elo and Cradle being able to maybe check the immediate crew quarters. Ray, if you want to, you can check to see if the armory is locked or offer up support for them as they're going through the door. Rito, you're pretty much doing a holding auction at the end of the hallway.
Yep.
Is what I'm guessing. All right. So Elo, Cradle, and Ray, I need to know what you guys are going to do and how you're going to do it.
Stacking up on crew quarters door to pop it open and sweep the room. That's what my goal is.
All right, you want me to open the door?
Yeah, and us two will rush in first.
That works.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. You got Elo and Cradle to the other side of the door. Ray steps forward, cycles the door open. The door whooshes up in front of you, and you see a large room with double bunks lining both walls. Many spacer chests sit up next to or on the bunks. Some open, but most still closed. And you can tell that whoever left here did so in a hurry. At the far end of this room is another door. Okay. So you would see something akin to that. And there are a number of spacer trunks which look similar to that.
Okay. Basically sweeping the room for hostiles and move up to the other door to see what's behind it.
All right, go ahead and let's see. Who's got the best perception, Elo or Cradle?
I'm sitting on
3D here.
Yep, same thing.
All right. This time, Elo, you're going to roll with a +3 modifier to your search. You guys are working in tandem to search the room, with Ray bringing up the rear. 14. Yeah, you don't see any shadows or any people hanging out in the corners. It looks like a standard crew quarters. Okay. Like I said, it looks like it's been exited in a hurry.
All right. Move on up and check the other door.
All right, door cycles open, and you see another room exactly like this. It has one double bunk along the left side, a single bunk on the right side. A crew chest lies open on the bed on one of the bunks, and there's another door in the far wall.
Okay.
You want to take that door and I'll cover you?
Yeah, that's fine.
On it.
All right, you going up there. Door is unlocked and nothing spectacular or strange about it. You pop it open and you see a set of double beds in it.
Okay. No hostiles?
No.
Okay. I'll call it clear.
All right.
Let's move back.
Yep. Move over to Armory.
Okay.
See, it's like I learned something watching Harris run around.
There you go. Okay, you guys exit back out in the hallway. Ray is out there. Rito, go ahead and make another search roll for me.
You got it. Coming right up. 3D +1. Oh man, same exact as before.
And I tell you what, Akira, why don't you make a search roll for me from the rear? Whoops. And I need you to make that at your search plus 2D. I'm sorry, plus 2. Plus 2. I apologize.
Plus 2 dice.
I'd take the 2D.
I know you're right. And that's you and Harris doing a combined action in the rear.
Thank you, middle school Don.
Ass puncher.
There might be complications.
He's kind of tender.
Nads.
Yeah, I'm still sore from Elo abusing me.
Dope.
All right. So you're fairly confident that there's nothing coming up from the rear. All right. I assume you guys are doing the exact same thing on the opposite side here. Cradle and Elo to the left and right. Ray opening up the door.
Yep. Worked before.
All right. You open it up. You go storming in, and it's completely empty. Shelves are barren.
Okay.
It has been completely.
No doors to worry about. No hostiles.
Doesn't look that way. Hey, Harris, why don't you go ahead and make a stamina roll for me at -1D?
Dope.
Damn it.
See? Could have been in Medbay floating in Bacta, but no, you wanted to stand there.
Use character points, you're going to be dead anyway, doesn't matter.
Oh, ouch.
Okay. You sort of like buckle over, coughing, very hoarsely, putting your hand up to your face. You look down. You have blood on the back of your hand. You see stars behind your eyes, and you begin to start dry heaving. What do you do, Akira?
I rush over to him and trying to help him, and while I'm saying that, I say, "This is why I was trying to get you to the med bay."
Okay, that isn't helping anybody.
And I'm going to try and make my way over to the med bay with him and say, "Okay, no excuses. You're going now."
All right. So you're over there, and you guys see a little bit of blood at the corners of Harris's mouth, as Kiro pretty much has one arm levered up underneath him, helping him.
I'll rush over and help him as well.
All right, Rito. A little bit of humanitarianism there, buddy. Way to go.
Yeah, hey, can't be all cold-blooded Rhodians.
That's correct. All right, so you guys, Elo, you're pretty stunned at this. Ray, you knew that he wasn't doing well, but you didn't expect this. All right, he is looking pale. He's got small purple blotches on his face at this point, and Rito rushes over, levers his arm up underneath the opposite side of him, and they basically half carry, half drag him towards the end of the hall. Rito, you kind of like stop, look at the door, sort of bash it with your elbow on the control panel because you just goddamn guta. Yep, and the door pops. Oh,
I just said angry.
Yeah. So the med bay door pops open. And what you see is a probably about a 10 by 8 meter room. It's a med bay in fairly good condition. You do see that there's a layer of dust on everything. There are med packs aplenty. There is a Bacta tank on the far side.
Mm-hmm.
It is smashed with a bluish-green Bacta, pretty much just spilled all over the floor.
Oh,
Next to it is another one. It appears as though it may be still functioning, and you also see a 2-1B droid just looks to be in like shutdown mode.
yeah. All this equipment here is absolutely foreign to me. I wouldn't know how to start or activate any of it.
I call back to Elon saying we're fixing this back to the tank over here on the right. We're gonna try and get this working. Harris is not dying.
Okay. You find a chair that you can kind of help him get into.
Well,
Right.
Akiro's voice shakes me out of the state of things. I figured something was a little wrong with him before from when I tried to check him out, and he said no, he was just winded. He was acting a little punky, but this is a little bit more than punky, obviously, since he's coughing up blood. So I'll move on into the med bay and start looking over the back to tank to see if it's mechanically sound, the one that's still intact.
Okay. It's going to take you probably about 5 or 10 minutes to go through this. At the end of that, we can go ahead and make a roll. In the meantime, is there anything anybody else is wanting to do at this point?
I was gonna try and help Elo with that after I made sure that Harris was in the chair and not gonna fall over and concuss himself.
All right, excellent. Anybody else? I'm just going to allow one person.
I was gonna see if the droid had an on switch, something easy.
Wait, are we sure we want to turn it on yet?
Yeah, we don't. Unfortunately, we don't know if the droid might be hostile.
Ooh, true that.
So, Cradle, can you take a look over the droid and see if its data is clean?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Go ahead and make a just a droid repair roll for me. If you don't have that, it defaults to tech.
No problem. I do have droid.
Sweet.
That is a great roll, and that is going to be a spectacular success as well. Taking a look at the droid, you're not really able to access its programming, but it does appear to be a 2-1B droid, and that it has had. I'm sorry, one second. You take a look at it, and you do notice that it has had its motivator ripped out.
Oh. So this thing's not going to run, is it?
Might not. It's going to need that part.
Yeah, guys, I need to do some work on this before she's going to be reliable.
What's wrong with it?
The motivator's ripped out. Nope, they didn't even bother taking some time with it. It's an Empire job, almost.
Okay. How are you going to go on and pursue that, Crail?
Well, looking around on the floor, there's nothing laying there, right?
Nope. Not really. I mean, it's just a med bay. You know, in fact, you know what? Yeah, you do find the motivator smashed on the ground not too far away from that. And you also had a spectacular success in that you could narrate out something cool relating to that droid repair rule.
Yes. Let's see.
2 spectacular successes tonight. Awesome.
They're good.
Finding the part, it has been crushed under a boot, but it's mostly just the housing. This thing might be able to be repaired itself without a replacement part, with some time and more wires.
How about it's mostly there, but it needs work.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it'll take me a couple hours, but I could get this thing back working again. Once we're sure everything's cleared, I can go back and check the storage and see if there's anything plug and play.
All right.
Do we have any more? Do we have any more doors on that corridor?
What about the corridor?
Are there any more doors that are unchecked?
No one has gone down that hall to pursue it. You guys had cleared the other two rooms. Then Harris started choking up blood and not doing so well. So then you guys, everybody entered here. Ray and Elo are taking their time to go off and take a look at the back to tank to see if it is going to be operational.
Akiro and Elo.
Akiro and Elo. I'm sorry. So I mean, no one's really mentioned anything about going outside of this room and continuing to look. If that's what you want to do, then narrate that out, and we'll go ahead and cover that. But as it stands right now, I thought everybody was trying to figure out how to render aid to one of their party members.
Yeah. That's first aid and that kind of stuff's not really my forte. So I'll stick that cracked up part in my pocket and head back out to the hallway.
Okay. Rito, are you heading out with him then, or what?
Yep. I'll follow him.
All right. So you guys are going to be off doing your thing. I'm going to go ahead and narrate out with you guys what's going on, and then I'm going to come back and finish up with Elo and Akiro. All right. So, Cradle, what are you and Rito doing? You're out in the hallway. Rito's followed you out, trying to figure out what the heck you're going to do. You really haven't told anybody anything. Cradle?
Yeah. Sorry. I said out loud I'm gonna go check the rest of these doors and then see if I can find a part. We don't want to get jumped while we're trying to fix our buddy up. And I'll start moving down the hall towards, the other doors.
Yep. And what are we looking for? Is it the part that is in your hand, or is it something different?
No, it's this thing right here. We just got to have a good one, or I need more time to fix this one.
Okay. Well, if you want it, if we're in the, are we searching the crew quarters?
No, I'm looking to search other doors that we have not checked for combatants.
Oh, okay, unchecked doors. Okay.
Before I break out my toolkit.
Gotcha. I'll go ahead and I'll assist in the searching of the unchecked drawers if there's any that he hasn't spotted.
Okay. Just so you know, Crail, from the map that you guys saw earlier that Ray had. Sure, you can comment, Harris. This is a big base. I mean, it's if you were to go off and search every nook and cranny, every room, every door, every hallway, every closet, it would take you several hours.
Oh, okay. So it's bigger than I expected. All right, then if this place is that big, maybe we should just post somebody for security, and then I'll head back and look for it.
All right. In which case, I'll operate as that security.
All right, so you hanging out in the hallway then, Rito? Just like outside the med bay, so you can get a sort of a look down both hallways?
Yeah, and keep an eye on Harris, and then keep an eye on what's going on in the hallways, just in case we have any unfriendlies.
All right, excellent. All right, and Crail, what are you going to do then?
I'm going to start to jog back towards the hangar.
Okay. You head on down the stairs, 2.5 stories down. The door at the bottom automatically opens for you when you get to it. You walk out onto the landing bay area. The landing bay grating clanking beneath your feet. It's kind of nice to be able to walk around here in gravity and not be shooting around. Yep, and finally you have some atmosphere too, so you're able to breathe without having to worry about cracking a faceplate on something. So you're down back in the landing bay area. What is it you want to do, sir?
I'm going to jog over to, I think it was the other corner where the storage area was that had a whole bunch of parts and stuff in it.
Okay, parts. Okay. You jog on by the hulks of a couple of the ASP-7s that you guys shot up earlier. Head on down that hallway. The door it does not appear to be locked. You go ahead and tap it, and it opens.
Okay, I'll go in there and start searching. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to think to myself, are the ASP's motivators comparable?
Go ahead and make a just a droid skill roll for me.
Okay.
And Harris, you were conscious enough to comment and stuff like that.
Okay, I typed the message to Rito, so I wasn't talking over you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 3, 4, 7. You're not 100% sure. You do know that there's a lot of universal parts on the ASP-7s, which is part of their charm. They're easily upgraded and repaired. You're not 100% sure with the upgrades that are performed on these if they would have the same motivator or one that would work.
Gotcha.
But it was definitely worth a try.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can find the real one first.
All right, that's going to take you some time to do some searching, so we'll go ahead and come back to you. Elo and Akiro. Let's see. You have tech. Let's take a look. Akiro has a 4D tech, and I'm sorry. Elo has a 4D tech. You have a 3D. So, all right. Elo, go ahead and roll me a 4D plus 3 tech.
+2 or +3?
+3.
Okay.
You want to character point that?
I'm trying to decide if I want to or not.
Well, you have a 10 right now.
Friend's life is at stake. Do it.
I'll go ahead and throw a character point at it, and one more.
All right, so you have a 17, and you can't spend any more character points. So,
Correct.
17 is not bad. You take a look at it. You are able to throw it into a loop and a diagnostic. You're able to kind of figure out the tech end of it, throw it into a self-check routine. You get that going. Some lights in the bottom of the tank flare up. Some bubbles start inside it. It looks as though it's running some stuff through some tubes along the sides and top.
Okay.
Looks kind of like that.
I ask Elo if he thinks the back to it looks good or if it's gone bad somehow.
He could, maybe, but that back to tank is a specialized piece of equipment.
Yeah. I was like, if you could make a ballpark guess, if you had any idea.
Go ahead and roll it. Let's see what happens. Actually, you know what? That's going to be a knowledge roll. So go ahead and roll knowledge for me.
Elo or Akiro?
Yep, Elo. Well, he was asking you, so Elo, you roll.
Well, I actually have first aid trained as well.
What about, even with me being beat up in my medical training, can I look at it and say, hey, that's gone skanky, or no, that'll work?
Yeah.
You could. I mean, I guess your head could roll over there, and you can kind of look at it through your bleary eyes and blood-caked lips, and maybe give your expert opinion on it if you want. They're techie guys with a bit of first aid.
Okay.
You're really the one that has the most training in this.
Okay.
Yeah. I could try to intimidate the back to the work with my icy stare.
But also keeping in mind that this is going to be more of a knowledge, and I will allow some synergy bonus from your first aid with it, and I will allow it for Harris only because it relates directly to his background. And I'm not going to allow anybody else to combine an action with that. So, Harris, let's see, your first aid is what, 4D, 5D?
First aid is 60, medical is 2D.
Okay, so yeah, I go ahead and roll a knowledge at +8.
I'm just going to roll my standard knowledge.
Right.
So I've clicked off mine. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay.
No problem.
And still at -1, so 2D.
then roll and add an 8 to that, so that's a 15. Oh, that's Elo.
Yeah.
So I need a, there we go. So you got a 14. You know, in your radiated haze and stuff like that, looking at the color and the viscosity of it as the bubbles are going through it, you're pretty confident that you think that that is probably a viable tank.
Yeah. Give him a weak thumbs up, and it'll work.
Okay.
Guys,
Good.
check
Go
folks.
over and grab him and try and put him in there as soon as Elo gives me the ready.
First, we're not sure if we got enough atmosphere in here to start taking off, helmets and.
Well, not only that, you need someone who's going to be operating this tank professionally as well.
Yep. I mean, I could try it, but it's kind of out of my wheelhouse so far.
Same here, but I want to do whatever I can to not let Harris die.
Well, I would suggest giving him, I don't know, a basic painkiller to help bring him around a little bit at this point. Make it
Rito, give me another search roll.
Okay,
Might be a
sounds
painkiller
good.
and like a med kit or something, maybe.
Yes, there should be.
And I need another search roll out of you as well, Cradle. And one of those guys are doing it. Ray, what are you up to?
16.
It's a good roll, Brett.
There we go, finally.
And Cradle, I need a search roll from you. And Ray, what's Ray up to?
I think Ray is just watching the door at this point. Just keeping an eye down the corridor for trouble.
Okay, exactly the same thing Rito's doing, but he's standing out in the middle of the hallway, looking both directions. His antennae moving back and forth, very intense stare on its face, his snout downturned in a very grim look. Does that sound about right, Rito?
Oh yeah, Rito's kind of getting a bad feeling about this.
Awesome. All right, Crail, you do not find a droid parts in here. You find some ship parts. You find coolant and stuff of that nature. You probably spent about 10-15 minutes going through here.
Okay.
Whoever it was that set up this area did not do it in an organized fashion. Looks pretty haphazard.
How parts go here?
Rookies.
Yeah, parts go here. Big parts go here. Small parts go there.
Them parts go here.
All right, I'll move back to those droids then out in the hangar bay.
Okay, go ahead and throw a droid repair roll for me then.
Oop, not there, but here.
Oh, that's an excellent roll.
Taking that.
Yeah, you easily find a motivator that's in good repair. The first droid you go off and take a look at, motivator's been destroyed. Second one's been damaged. You come up to the third one, pristine looking motivator. Maybe it might work.
Nice. I'll pull that and stick it in my pocket and head back.
All right. You start heading back up the stairs and stuff like that. Doing anything in particular, or just heading right back up there? Do your job.
I'll head right back up there, but I'll call out once I start to get into their line of sight. I don't want to get shot.
All right. Well, you probably just do that over your comm link then.
The comm
So
links.
Rito, you know that he's coming, and
Okay.
you're on the lookout for him. He hits the top of those stairs and heads on in. It's all right. Hey, Rory, it was very nice of you to show up tonight. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that you didn't get to do a whole lot, and I am sorry that you're feeling under the weather, partner.
Yeah, I try to make a go of it, but I can't really focus. So sorry.
It's quite all right. Perhaps another time, partner.
Okay.
Yeah, get some rest.
All right. I'll see you guys.
See
All
you.
right. Take care.
And Andy crashed out too.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I don't really think it was his thing.
Man.
Maybe he realized it wasn't feeling good, and maybe I should cut him a little slack.
Yeah.
I'm grumpy tonight, guys. I do apologize.
No, don't apologize. You just endured a recital or a concert or whatnot. So
Yeah, that will not put you in the right frame of mind. Let me tell you.
I like
I'm
my
in the,
orchestra concert.
I'm just on the right. I'm not in my creative mind right now, and I don't know. I'm feeling really cross right now. I don't know why. I have no reason to be cross. It's been a decent day. I've gotten, some stuff done. The kid did good at the concert. Wife's not in a bad mood.
Blue balls.
I got no idea, man. No, have any of you other guys just gotten that where you're in a pissy mood and you just want to rip someone's fucking head off?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
well I'm in that mood.
Well, that's when that's when you grab a couple of Slayer CDs and crank them and rock out.
Rest in
I've got so
Bye bye,
much.
Jeff Heineman.
Anywho.
Our rest in peace.
So,
All right,
back
so
to tank.
Yep, we've lost Andy.
Hey, actually, now that I think about it, it might not be a good idea with us trying to save Harris whenever you're in a rip someone's head off mood. He puts in the back of the tank and it's lava.
So anyway,
then suddenly a giant wampa appears.
Yeah, and just runs over everybody.
Yeah, Andy is confused about getting dropping out of the call, evidently.
Can't he just join back in? Do I have to throw him an invite?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
All right. I'll go and throw him an invite. All right, invite posted. So anyway, I do apologize right now. I mean, I know that I was short earlier. Didn't mean for that to happen.
Yeah, but we were causing a bit of chaos, so.
I was, yeah. It was like this person wants to go up. I get it. I mean, we had a bigger than normal group of people, so no big deal. And hopefully that doesn't turn Rory off, and hopefully he's feeling better and he comes back, and we'll go from there.
How's that?
All right. Looks good to me.
I'm restarting my Google. I'm just on the phone right now.
Okay. We'll go ahead and wait up for you then. In the meantime, Rito, you're up in the middle of the hallway, looking down, keeping a lookout for Cradle as he hits the top of the stairs. Waves his hand out in the hallway so that you know that it's him. Sort of like peeks his head around, make sure you don't shoot him, and then he comes around the rest of the corner and heads on down the hallway. So at this point, Harris is looking pretty peaked. A little bit of frothy drool, reddish drool at the edge of his mouth. Not feeling the best at all.
Okay.
He's just not looking so good right now.
Mm-hmm.
While the back to tank's doing its patch, or its self-diag, basically, to get itself ready, is there anything I can do with my medical training with a med pack to try and help out Harris?
This is not something. What is your medical again? So you just have first aid. Okay, you got good first aid skill, but you don't have any medical or anything like that, right?
No, I don't have medicine yet because I had to have 5 dice before I could actually buy into medicine.
Why don't you go ahead and roll a first aid, just to sort of get an idea of what you think is going on with him, and then we'll figure out if it's in the wheelhouse for your character. So 19 is a really good roll. You recognize readily, putting the pieces together now, finally, that this is late stage radiation poisoning.
Dope.
All right.
And that the diagnosis for this, if he doesn't get into a back to tank and soon, he's gonna die. And there's nothing in any med kit anywhere that's gonna do him any good.
Not even something that might ease his pain a little bit?
You have stuff that'll ease his pain, but there's nothing that's gonna save his life.
Yeah, I'm not talking about saving his life with just a med pack. I'm talking about easing his pain, making the suffering less, making it so he doesn't bleed out right now before we get him into the back to tank.
You could make him more comfortable, yes.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yep. I misunderstood.
So I will be doing that, and if he rebukes my attempt, I'm still going to go ahead and do it.
No, he's weak as a puppy at this point. You can have your way with it.
Woohoo! This is for always wanting to go
first. Dirty. Jeez.
This is for always wanting to go first. This is for being a bad patient. Doctors are the worst patients. Shut up and take it.
This is for me not getting to go on that mission to get with those girls at that racetrack. Damn it, Kira, always getting the women.
All right, so Ela, why don't you go ahead and make another first aid roll, just to kind of go through the stuff that's in here and see if you can find something that might just, make him feel, oh, good God, yes. And that
I found the rat away.
You know what? No, you're not going to find Radaway, but that is going to be a spectacular success, and I will let you go ahead and narrate that out. Short of saving his life, narrate out something cool that gives you an advantage.
By doing a combination of a couple of minor stims that are in the med pack for various benefits, I'm able to at least slow down the process a little bit for him, so we have time to actually dump him into the back to soup. It lowers his heart rate so he doesn't pump as much blood through weakened arteries, that sort of thing, and it shuts down some of the pain that he's suffering right now, so he has a little bit of a lucid moment.
Yep, but also, on the other hand, it can also maybe give him some mild hallucinations.
No, I don't want to hallucinate him.
Okay.
I'm gonna adjust that just a little bit. Going through the shelves and the medical supplies and stuff like that, you are able to find a bit of medicine that you recognize from just doing some study on your own. You're not 100% sure, but it's better than nothing. You get it out. You inject it in him. The site of the injection actually weeps blood and quickly bruises. But you do see that Harris almost immediately has a bit of a rally. He seems to be much more focused. His eyes are still bleary, but he doesn't have that far-off look. And you see him kind of like his eyes kind of focus on you for a second, and it's as though he recognizes you for the first time, or as if he's been seeing you from a long distance. See him kind of like reach up to the corner of his mouth and kind of wipe away the blood, and he kind of sees that frothy pink blood on the back of his hand. He's got sort of a surprised look, and he seems like he's doing a lot better. I mean, you can converse with him. He's not going to get up and run any marathons anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. Just take it easy. We're trying to get the back to tank rigged for you right now.
Well, we have clones.
We do have clones. So at this point, Andy is heading on back into here. Takes one look at Ray. I'm sorry, at Harris. Sort of like looks at the ground, looks away real quick, and then runs over to the B1 droid. I'm assuming you're going to try and jury rig that motivator in there if it's not a universal one, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and roll your droid repair skill for me.
No problem. If I can get it. All right, here we go. Sorry, opening app.
Open that app. Open that beautiful app. Do it. Do it now.
All right. And where's my die bar?
Click on your token and check.
Oh, yes. Yep. Find me. Sorry. And
No.
It's all right, man.
where am I? There I am. Clicking die pool. Gotcha. Here it comes. Boom.
Nice.
I'm taking that.
That's a good roll. Happy with that? Don't want to spend a character point, correct? You're happy with the 17.
Correct.
All right. You kind of put it in there, and at first it doesn't seem to fit, and you kind of look at it, and you kind of like spin it end over end 180, and it clicks in. Click. The power relay snaps. There's a crackle of energy on the back. The droid's arms immediately swing up, and it goes, ah! The droid screams, throws its arm over its head, and cowers as if terrified of an aggressor. Get away from me! It's not my fault! Please! Don't let them get me! Don't let them deactivate me! No! And all the lights go out, and the droid falls silent.
Well, I guess that didn't work.
That's not beneficial.
Crap, I kick it.
Alright, you kick it. Clunk.
Still nothing.
No, you might take a closer look at it. Who knows?
Yeah, now I go into repair mode.
Hit it with a hammer.
Alright, go ahead and make another droid repair roll for me. Kiro, today is not dying day, damn it.
Nice little soliloquy over to Harris.
Oh, hell yeah. You reach over and see that it has deactivated itself. Usually this is when there is a cascade in the data net of the what's called a false personality on the droid.
Okay.
You reach over there, slip it back into a standby mode, and then deactivate it and bring it back on. The droid whirs back to life, significantly calmer. It rotates at its hips and looks at you, Crail.
Mm-hmm.
What has happened?
Hey,
Who
buddy,
are you?
How you feeling?
I don't know. It's an odd question. Where's Master Turin?
Master Turin had to step out for a while. We're taking care of things in here for the time being.
We have a
Very
medical
well.
emergency.
Yeah, are you all right with that? You ready to do some work?
Please state your medical emergency. Who needs aid?
I point him over towards the
smile and
table.
wave. I smile and wave. Cough. Blood gurgle.
What has happened to your friend here? I need to do an evaluation.
He's got late-stage radiation poisoning due to a heavy dose from the reactor core.
Oh my! He comes over, runs a scan on the outside, on your eyes, Harris. Puts up a small tube for you to blow into. And he goes, "Oh my! This is definitely not good. Excuse me, gentlemen, while I take care of your friend here." He goes over to his medical control board. You see him make some adjustments on it. You see that the bubbles seem to become a great deal more active inside the Bacta tank. The color is slightly changing. And he comes over. "Gentlemen, please help me remove his clothes and place him in the Bacta tank."
I asked the droid if the atmosphere is in a state where we could actually be able to get him out without him dying.
Yeah. Is there a handy-dandy oxygen readout inside this chamber?
He looks at you at those big glowing yellow eyes of his.
Aww.
Yes, the atmosphere is at a appropriate level that most sentients would not have a problem. Do not run any marathons, but at this point, moving about should not be a problem. Please help me put your friend in the Bacta tank.
All right, I will do so.
All right, so two of you probably can go there, help Harris get naked, N-E-K-K-I-D, naked, and help him into the Bacta tank. Harris, you're starting to feel a little worse. Whatever cocktail that Elo gave you is rapidly wearing off. Stomach is starting to get kind of hurgly-gurgly, and they help place the mask over your face. Use a bit of a repulsor field to bring you up and drop you into the tank. The Bacta has the exact same temperature as your skin, and it's just like going into like a silky bath. You would not even know that you were submerged in a liquid if you weren't actually seeing it happen. If you had your eyes closed, you would hardly even know it. And at that point, you enter into sort of a greenish-blue haze. You do have a filtration mask on your face. There are a number of tubes and stuff like that that have been connected to your wrists and forearms. You know from your experience that these are to help administer drugs. And you see that the B1 is staring at you intently from his medical board at you through the Bacta tank window. And slowly you feel sort of a warm feeling come over you, and your vision starts to narrow at the edges, coming in black, 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 and then nothing.
Yep, I'm going to see the wizard. I relax and just, before I go out, I give the droid a thumbs up and then the team a thumbs up and just
do your thing.
Do my thing.
Let the Bacta work its magic.
I will be trying to assist the droid.
I'm going to be staying by the back of the tank just to be safe.
And I'm holding position.
All right. 1 second. What I'm going to do, Harris, is I'm going to go ahead and give you control of Ray's character.
Okay.
For now. I am not sure how long you are going to be required to be in there, but I got a feeling it's going to be a while.
GM bullshit.
No. I'm not 100% sure because I've never actually had anybody go into a Bacta tank before.
You know, in all my experience, I've never run a Bacta bath myself.
It's looking like it's good.
Isn't there a chart for it in the second edition, the Blue Beta book?
Yep, it's on page 99. I just haven't read it in a long time, so hold on 1 second.
Yep.
Looks like my speech was well worth it. Not sure if anyone saw it was in the Roll20 chat on the Google Plus chat.
Yep.
If the world fails. Oh, you got to like this. Let's see. A character attempting to use a Bacta tank without the medicine skill must make a heroic first aid or technical roll. If the roll fails, the patient's injury worsens by 2 levels.
Yeah. Because the Bacta is not tuned right to the wounds.
So if you put a person in here that was wounded, they would go to mortally wounded. If somebody was incapacitated, you put them in there, they would die.
Kill them.
Oh, wow. The character's healing time depends on the severity of his wounds. So it really kind of comes down to the droid's medical rolls. And it's going to be, it could be as much as a day, maybe longer. If I remember correctly, in Empire Strikes Back, I think Luke, after he got the shit kicked out of him by that, whatever the hell that thing was called. Was it a Wampa?
Yeah, it was a Wampa.
Yeah, Wampa, that's right. If I remember correctly, I don't know in the movies if it really showed it very well, but I think the book said he was in there for like a week.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was in there for a while.
Yeah.
Yep. But anyhow,
he did a cut to.
Yeah.
Him in the tank, and a cut to of him laying in the bed.
Yeah, then he tongued his sister.
Yep.
Got the first wave as his sister because Lucas had the entire, 3 trilogies plotted out. That's why, he didn't have anything plotted out.
Yeah, I've heard conflicting things. The prevailing thing I hear is that he didn't know that there were going to be sequels.
No, he didn't. Yep, that's what I heard. That everything that he wanted plotted out into 3 movies. He wasn't sure if he was going to have a sequel, so he threw them all into one. So he basically shot his wad, and then he had Alan Dean Foster come up with a screenplay, and the actual second movie was supposed to be The Splinter in the Mind's Eye. But they went off, and I can't remember who it was that wrote ESB. But Lucas wasn't even directing that one. I mean, he was involved.
Wasn't
only
that Irvin Kershner or whatever on Empire Strikes Back?
I do believe so. And the only thing he really had, probably the best out of all 3. I mean, I think that's pretty much the consensus. The second one is the absolute best. All right, so the lights sort of dim. It seems like it's the base might be cycling into a nighttime mode. Rito, you're still out in the hall. You kind of peek in every once in a while. Seeing Harris floating in a bluish green tinged Bacta tank. You know what? I mean,
they got him in there.
They got him in there. You see Elo is over trying to give the 2-1B help. The 2-1B seems to, take the information that he gives. He's very polite about it, but he is a top-of-the-line professional droid in this area. So I mean, he listens to you and he does. It's pretty much what he, he's not telling you to piss off or anything like that, but you get where we're going with that.
Yep.
So I'm assuming everybody else is just kind of like sitting around, taking a look at him, just sort of having the whole hospital moment. Is that what we're going for, guys?
Well, I propose we could also use this time to continue the search.
That's fine. I can stay with Harris.
Yeah, I wanted to stay with Harris.
Training.
All right, so if Harris and Akiro, if Elo and Akiro end up staying behind, that leaves Cradle, Rito, and Ray to go do their thing.
Yep, I'll go.
The searching thing.
All right,
I just don't want to leave my buddy.
I certainly understand. Well, at least Les is playing Ray as we've known him so far. Oh, fuck Harris.
No, if I was playing like I knew him so far, I'd have just turned around, and walked out, and gone away. So.
Yeah,
you would have put some lava in the back to tank.
No, you back over
on his own to try and see if he could modify the Y-wings into a bomb. So he can blow up the entire station when the stormtroopers come for us.
I actually think he would have been back going through the crew's quarters, seeing if there was anything to steal. That's
Speaking of that kind of stuff, though, before Ray goes, he checks or he suggests to the Elo, since Elo has medic training, hey, see if there's a med log, something like that.
Once again, Ray, I'm kind of busy doing something else.
Oh, the droids got it. Look for the log.
Why don't you look for the log? You're sitting there doing nothing.
It's on!
I'm going with Cradle and Rito.
Okay. Go loot things.
Yeah, don't forget to get that blue potion, and make sure you use your scroll so you teleport back to town so you can heal. But hey, things will reset when you come back. I actually used that in a line in a game that I had where I had told the guys on multiple occasions it wasn't a fucking MMO, and that I wanted them to start thinking heroically. I wanted them to be in character. And halfway through this adventure that we're doing right now, I made comments like that. And you know what? It made no difference. They still behaved the same way. And at the end of the night, I went, I'm done.
Well, out of character, the reason why Elo is assisting the droid is he's watching over the droid to make sure he's not doing anything weird.
Yep, I figured as much. I was on the same page with. I already knew that, Elo. So, but thank you for sharing it, and that way, the rest of the players at least know that as well. So
yeah, I just wanted to be there with my buddies.
Yep, I get it. You guys kind of make like a little nucleus, so that's pretty cool. All right, Ray, Rito, and Cradle. All right, you are all sort of like hanging out in the hallway, sort of making a plan on what you guys think would be best to do at this point. So role play that out. Tell me what it is you guys are planning on doing. Come to a consensus, and let's implement a plan.
Well, guys, do you want to go up to the command and control, or do we just want to keep searching stuff as we find?
I think we should keep searching in this area so we don't get too far away from our guys that are preoccupied.
Besides, how long is it going to take for Harris to heal?
Right, we got time. And at least now I'm comfortable that we don't have to get off this rock right this damn minute.
And how is the ship? How are we able to leave if we have to?
We'll be limping out of here. We could fly it, but she's in no condition to go anywhere quick.
Yeah, that ship is still badly damaged, and regardless of whether you've got the turbo lasers offline or not, you still have to get past that tractor beam.
Yep.
Go.
Perhaps we should pay the command center a visit.
Okay, Ray, you do have a basic map, mostly showing conduit and wiring. Not really so much of an actual map of the planetoid. I'm sorry, of the base. And there is a CNC section, but it is clear on the other side of the base, up one level.
Oh, okay.
Not a bad place to go, but is definitely, there's a lot of room between here and there.
Yeah, if we want to separate the party, we can go. If not, let's just keep searching the area right around in this general vicinity and maybe work on securing a place where we can get some rest, take some shifts to get to sleep, that kind of stuff.
I'm good with that for sure.
Yep.
Okay. So, what are you three guys going to do then?
Want to clear down that one hallway that was going to the left from Med Bay,
Okay.
and then we'll call it good.
Excellent. All right. Pretty much the order in which you're lined up right now look good.
Let me take a peek at that.
All right, you guys start heading on down the hallway. It goes down probably about a good 15 meters or so. Opens up into another hallway going left and right. You immediately turn to the left, and that seems to go into sort of a commissary area, chow hall. Various tables and stuff like that. Some of them have meals still on them. You smell food as though it had been left or in. How do I get Ray sheet? Same way, you should just be able to shift double click it.
Shift double click what?
Shift double click on the token. Are you able to select his token?
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
He set it up for you already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I told you earlier about that, I went ahead and associated you so that you can go ahead and it should actually pull up in your character file area as well, seeing as it's associated to you right now. So you make your way over there. So immediately to the left is a commissary area, chow hall. There's a line area where there's food behind. There is a kitchen area immediately behind that. There's a couple of machines, calf machines, stuff of that nature along the walls, as well as stations for utensils and plates and stuff of that nature. It looks like it had been a half full hall at one point when whomever decided to exit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you see in this area. Immediately to, if you back out of this area and head down the right side of the hallway, you guys come across a, let's see, that continues forward, enters into a rounded off area with a, what looks like a turbo lift in front of you.
Cool. Quick question about the mess hall. Rito starts sticking with his stomach. Is any of the food still good?
You know what? That is a really good question. The stuff
With the
that's
seal on it.
well, the stuff that's in like the burners and stuff like that, no.
No.
Not that stuff. If you want to take time, maybe you could go through some of the reach-in coolers and stuff like that on the back.
Maybe find a few Imperial MRE equivalents or
something like that. So I mean, that's basically what you're going to do then. You're going to be like, well, you start making your way towards the back, and you guys see this. So Ray and Cradle, Rito, without saying anything at all, just starts heading back towards the kitchen.
Ooh, food.
Yep.
I shrug my shoulders and go to the calf machine, see if I can get it working.
All right, good enough.
I'll stay standing at the door so I can cover them and look out the hallway.
Okay, this doesn't really actually have a door, but just sort of an archway.
Oh, okay, right there then.
And it'd be the equivalent, like say, like a double or triple door. I mean, you probably get 5 people, shoulder to shoulder, to walk through there.
Gotcha.
All right, so you're pretty much watching from what came from behind and stuff like that. Ray, you're walking along the edge there. You're finding like creamers, sugars, stuff like that. You just kind of like throwing it to the side, trying to find some calf. Maybe try and start something up. Why don't you go ahead and make a search roll for me? And Rito, you make your way back towards the back kitchen sort of area, and you sort of like look into different reach-in refrigerators and stuff like that, and there is different types of uncooked food and stuff like that available. I'll tell you what. Why don't you do this for me? You narrate out what you see in that kitchen.
Okay, see plenty of meat, stuff that I've kind of frozen but kept well in terms of stuff that supply good protein. There's some liquids in there. There's some dairies, and of course there's the water as well. And I'm looking in the middle, and of course, this is Imperial, right?
You don't know. That's not been ascertained yet. Harris, you find everything you need to make a great pot of calf.
Oh, nice. Well, when Rito
Start getting
find...
it brewing.
Okay, with that 20, I'm going to just automatically just give you a great pot of calf.
Nice. Would Rito find any alcohol related by perchance?
Why don't you go ahead and roll me a search roll?
Okay.
And then we'll see.
Do I have to roll stamina to see if I get drunk?
Yeah. Are there any
That's
girls?
classic.
Do they like
That-
me? Do they think I'm hot?
Apple
Are there
pie.
any girls in there?
I cast magic missile.
In her pants.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if he starts up a pot of coffee, as soon as that smell reaches the archway, I abandon my post.
Yeah, I figured as much. And I tell you what, it's been, a really shitty day and a half,
Yeah.
And the calf that you guys had on the ship was not the best at all. I mean, it was like, insta calf. All right.
Okay.
So you smell this, and it comes wafting across, and even Rito smells it all the way back to the kitchen.
Okay, there's my roll.
Yeah, no alcohol, partner. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all
doesn't care. He's a tea guy anyway.
Yeah, he's a guy. But anyhow, so Ray, you look down in there, and you're just like, your mouth is salivating. You are looking at this thing, just waiting for the H2O to run out, so this thing tops off, and you can just liquid brown turdish gold.
Anything better than the auto chef could ever dispense.
Yep. So, Rito, you get clanging around in there. Are you looking for like anything in particular to eat? I mean, you found uncooked food and supplies and stuff of that nature. What are you going to do with that stuff, or what are you going to do with?
Well, for the most part, if it's perishable, I'm going to keep it in there and I'm going to remind myself. But if there's anything that's ready to eat now, sure, I'm going to take a bite.
Sure, there'll be something that you can find that's already been like pre-prepped, and one of the reach-in coolers, that they would just pull out and warm up and throw in a heating tray.
Okay.
All right, and of course I'll let you go ahead and narrate that out however you want. In the meantime, though, Ray, that thing tops off. It's hot. Steam's rolling off the top of it. That pungent smell of calf is just everywhere. And Cradle, you're just like, you reach over there, you got the plastic cup and everything like that. And it's got to be the styrofoam cup, because that styrofoam cup just gives coffee that extra little bite. Especially if it's been sitting there for a while and that stuff gets mixed in with it. And you pour that cup of coffee and you take a sip of it, and it is awesome.
Oh man, I grab a second cup, fill that up, and say, "Come on," and we'll walk that third cup over to Rito.
Okay, Rito, tell me what you're doing back over there. And I'm going to go ahead and close up the narration on this and head on back to Elo and Akiro.
Okay, excellent. Got myself basically ready to eat, like either a sandwich or a noodle going on, depending on how much time Rito has. And Rito's just sitting there swapping snout in a bowl, just garbling up whatever he can.
You fools!
You all die! Make stamina rolls!
No.
To which Ray goes, no!
You all didn't see my messages. The coffee's a succubus. The GM will always try to kill you if something sounds appealing.
Yep.
If it sounds appealing, then it will kill you.
I spend a force point to automatically fail my stamina roll so I can die quickly.
But I'm not sure if you got my little whisper message, Don, but I was asking if I could try and access med logs through the doctor's terminal.
Sure. I will. Good enough. Thank you for pointing that out to me. When I close up their narration, come back to you. That's where we'll pick up. All right. So that's what you guys see. You guys are like leaning up against the counter. You're sort of kind of having that after sex moment with your cups of coffee or calf. You're like,
Dude, this is the best cup of coffee ever.
Yep.
After sex, succubus run.
Yep. Cradle and Ray are just kind of like giving each other that look of like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rito comes out there and he's tossing a salad in a bowl or something, and yeah, I know. And he's bringing it out there, and he's like, calf? What's a good calf? So he's coming out there, and he's got like this bowl, and it's got all kinds of just different stuff. It doesn't look bad, it looks tasty. So if you guys want to like partake of that and have a Nescafe kind of moment, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to Akiro and Elo.
Yep.
All right, Akiro and Elo. Akiro, go ahead. You go over and you try and access the computer logs, and the 21B sort of whirs around at you. I'm sorry, Master. Is there something I can do to help you?
Oh, no. I'm just passing the time.
Very good. Please be careful of that. That does have information on it that is only, doctor-patient privilege. Do you have the appropriate passcodes for that?
Oh, of course. Don't worry about it. Keep on checking the back to tank. I don't want my friend dying, and I whack a finger at him and go look back at the terminal. I'll hold you liable, and I look back at him and wag my finger again.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if you don't mind, I really must pay attention to my patient. And he turns away from you. So you do have, you can pretty much do what you need to do on that terminal. You said you're going to try and access the medical records, so go ahead and make a computer roll for me. If you don't have it, defaults back to tech. I think you said you had a 4D. And
I have
Elo,
a 3D tech. I have a 4D perception.
all right, 3D then. And in the meantime, Elo, why don't you go ahead and make a search roll, trying to find those things in the cupboards and stuff like that.
Okay.
Happy with that roll, Kiro?
I was mostly just looking to see if there's any record of people checking with the droid, seeing if there was any like mishaps going with the droid at any point in time recently.
So, I mean, you're trying to find out if there's something wrong with the droid?
Like seeing if like medlog entry, droid just tried to stab my patient.
All right.
Something alarming.
Nothing that hyperbolic, but just something that jumps out to me regarding the droid.
All right. Give yourself a couple minutes to do that. All right, Elo, 14. Happy with that roll?
Yes.
All right. You go through there, and as you're going through the cabinets, the 21B droid stands up from his terminal, sort of pivots at the waist, and moves towards you. Excuse me. You are not authorized to go through that equipment. Please stop, Master. Vader.
I'm just looking to restock some basic supplies. We had a run-in with some hostile people.
I certainly understand that, Master, but that is something that you would have to take up with the supply person. I cannot let you go through my supplies.
He's dead.
He just like looks at you. I'm sorry. They're dead.
Yes.
Okay. I can only go from my last orders, and my last orders are that.
Your last orders are to heal our friend.
No, sir. That happens to be my main protocol, to heal your friend and render aid to those who need it. That is my main programming. Sir, please step away.
I look over to the droid and say, "Hey, less talking, more saving my friend."
You know what? I'll back down because we need him for Harris.
Otherwise, he's just blowing away. Goddamn droid.
Good, stupid. Oh crap.
Droids and bounty hunters, hate them all.
We need him for Harris, so I'll back down.
All right. I mean, he's not. Basically, what's happening? I mean, from a story standpoint, he has his programming.
Yep.
And he's a droid.
Yep.
And the logic that I'm using is that even though you say that all these people are gone and everything like that, and that the command structure is all falling apart, if that were to happen, he would just fall back to his last programming.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I just didn't feel like anybody thought that I was kind of picking on him. I mean, I wasn't. So
not at all.
All right, so he pivots on back, and he stops and looks at Akiro, sort of looks over your shoulder at the screen, and then looks away and goes back to administering to Harris. So you go through that. You take a couple minutes just to kind of go through it, Akiro. You pull up a number of shift logs and stuff like that. Most of this stuff is from 7+ years ago. well, at least anyway, 7 years ago, and there's like maybe 6 months worth of reports and stuff in there, and most everything that's coming through there is just typical stuff. People getting hurt with equipment. Stuff of that nature, a couple of illnesses, but mostly stuff like, sprained wrists, sprained backs, stuff of that nature, zero-G nausea, stuff like that. Nothing about droids going on rampages and killing people, stabbing people in the eye with, hydra spanners or anything like that.
Nothing about him, trying to succeed in the mission and gassing people and having people explode in their beds and that kind of thing.
Nope, nothing like that, sir.
All right.
There was notation about a prize crew coming back, and one of the party members had a nasty bite on his left arm.
Yeah.
And shortly thereafter, he got a spike in temperature.
Yep.
Was there anything about any shock in the system? Maybe a second time that happening?
A shock to the system. Could you be a little more? Can you explain a little better to me? Maybe
System Shock 2. The game.
I'm sorry, I haven't played it.
I was trying to be more coy with it.
Okay, my bad. All right. What do you guys want to do? If nothing, but other than just kind of like continue to, watch over things, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the other guys.
Yep, just keep an eye on the droid.
Okay. Yep. Is anybody like doing like watch? You guys just like, well, you know what? The door's closed. We're good.
I will actually dog it down and lock it if I can.
Okay. Sure. You know what? Yeah, you can lock that door.
And
you know what?
I'll
I mean,
tell
there's
the rest
medical
of the party-
supplies and stuff like that in here. I would assume that this place can be locked down.
I'll tell the rest of the party over the comms that the med bay's on lockdown.
Yep. You hear them on the other end, oh, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, got it. Oh, Jesus, that tastes good. Oh.
I told you it was bad. They're going to die from that coffee.
All right, you guys pretty much finish up whatever Rito has put in his bowl, and tasty. Everybody's feeling pretty good. That pot of coffee is now gone. What would you guys like to do at this point?
So should we take more back to Elo and Akira?
I was thinking that very same thing.
Take some coffee back to them.
Yep.
And a sandwich.
And a Sammy. All right, well, you guys go back through that. I mean, it's a kitchen. I mean, before this place had its atmosphere and stuff like that vacated and everything just went into like flash frozen state. This place was only evacuated maybe a couple of weeks at most. I think we figured out that the hard fault hadn't been tripped until like a couple of weeks after. So for the majority of this food is going to still be good. So you guys find sandwich makings, brew up another pot of coffee, find some plastic cups, styrofoam cups, and head on back without any problem. You guys get back there, you contact them over the comm, and Elo comes over, door flashes open, and let him back in. And they've got coffee, buddy.
Beware of geeks bearing gifts.
Yep.
Hey guys, I'm liking this place more and more. It's fully stocked. Everything seems to be pretty decent condition.
You ever read about the Journey of Odysseus and that island with those flower petal things?
Don't think I got that one.
I've read it, but that was years ago. I don't remember flower petal-y things.
It's a trap.
The Lotus Island. Yeah.
Who's Odysseus?
To quote a famous admiral.
If I die by coffee, my life will have been complete.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's fine that you like this place, but we still don't know what went down here.
Yep.
Oh, no, we'll find out.
A quick question: did anybody see the posting that the guy put up the couple of pictures of the game he ran yesterday for D6 for May the 4th?
Rank a bit or Star Wars?
No, it was. I can't remember where it was. I think it was in a G Plus community. I can't remember which one it was, but he had Sarlacc pit hummus. He had
a Wookiee cookie.
A TIE fighter thing. He had some kind of. It was based on a tequila sunrise, but it was called like a Coruscant burnt sky or something like that.
It was. Oh. I thought I saw that.
But anyhow, he had like 4 pictures up there, and it was so awesome.
The Wookiee cookie makes me think of the Angry Video Game Nerd Star Wars episode with the Wookiee cookie cutting, or something like Wookiee cookie cooker, or something like that.
All right, you guys head on back here, and you know the droid is continuing to monitor Harris and render aid as best he can. Anything in particular people are going to want to do, or you know what's the goal here? Is everybody just going to hang out until Harris is finally healed, whether it's 10, 15 hours or 3 or 4 days? I mean,
I wanted to just check in, see how he's doing, and then go back out.
All right, well, you can do that. I mean, you can walk up to 2-1B and ask. I mean, hey. No one's thought to do that, actually.
Well, I've been watching.
What's the prognosis and status of length of recuperation?
2-1B stops and rotates at the hip at you. He's got that really funny rib cage that you can like see through and see his servos moving and stuff like that. Looks like he's got a little funny breath mask on the front of him and on his face, and he's got a bit of that tinny voice when he speaks to you. That's obviously a modulated droid voice. Yes, Master. I have been monitoring the patient now for the last couple of hours. He is actually responding quite well to treatment. He is going to definitely need some additional watching over. My estimation at this time is still preliminary, but it looks like it's going to be at least a day.
Very well. Be sure to notify as soon as any status changes.
Very well. And he's, souls back at the hip and starts, continuing to monitor Harris. All right, so there's your answer. He's thinking, at least at this time, preliminarily, a day.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do in the meantime?
Do we, since it's going to be so long, do we want to head over to the command and control center, or do we want to just set up a kind of a sleep schedule and start getting some rack time?
Yeah. If we do this is kind of out of character. If we do a sleep schedule, take a watch type thing, I'd be all for that. I got to be out of here in about 10 minutes because 6 a.m. will be here sooner than I'd like.
Out of character, Elo doesn't trust the droid. The whole circumstance of the droids attacking us before, so he's going to want to stay nearby since he's the one out of the party that has medical training. So.
Wait, the droid attacked you?
No, there were other droids that attacked us.
Oh, you shouldn't have to worry about the cross-part install.
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the fact that this droid was one of the other droids in the facility.
Has it given you any problems so far?
He got hostile when I tried to out of character. He got hostile when I tried to replenish medical supplies.
No, I'm asking in character.
In character. I wouldn't be having this conversation within range of the droid's ears, as it were.
So go out in the hall with him.
Yeah, I'll go out in the hall and talk with you, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, let's step out. What's going on?
Well, Akira was checking on the med records. Don't really know if he found much. We haven't had a chance to really talk about it with the droid looming over us. When I tried to replenish my medical supplies and find some basic stims before you guys came back with coffee and that.
I could just say I didn't find anything of interest. Just a blank, neutral kind of thing that wouldn't be suspicious to the droid.
But when I tried to replenish my medical supplies and find some basic stims to keep myself going and to keep Akira going, because I'm guessing he's going to want to stay with him, with Harris, the droid got really protective of his supply. I don't know if he's just following his protocols or what, but that combined with the fact that we got attacked out of the blue by those ASP series.
Right, well those are programmed to attack. That's their primary function.
Actually, an ASP is a labor droid.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a level, what is it, like 5th level or something like that. They're pretty dumb.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's a
So
really stupid droid that's strong, and some people have modified them to do other things, but it's not standard protocol for an asp to be rigged with a blaster rifle and attack party or attack
Right.
people.
Okay. Yeah, they can do that. It's stupid with those things, but
Add to that the rad suits that I found looked like they were torn apart. And if there were no people here to do it, it had to be droids.
all right. Well, then, if you're worried, somebody's got to keep an eye on them.
That's what I'm planning to do.
Myself, I don't feel comfortable getting rack time until I know nothing else is here.
Well, my suggestion is you guys fan out, either work as a team or sweep areas individually if you got multiple points. Do spot checks and keep in comms with each other.
Okay, who's all out in the hallway?
Crail?
Crail
Elo.
and Elo. Okay, Crail and Elo, both of you. Well, actually, you know what? No.
Perception's a 3D.
Yep. You guys are chatting back and forth, and I'm not even gonna have to make the roll for it. You hear metallic clanking coming down from the far hallway, the area from which you had already come from, Crail. And from the direction of where the turbolift doors are, you hear the sound. You guys look up, and just as you spin around and look back down the hallway, you see a number of...
Oh, crap. Initiative?
Coffee pots
So
A number of
with
those.
guns.
A number of those. Probably...
You know?
My dreams have been answered. Oh,
I hate being
oh.
right.
And they are leveling blasters on you. Some of them have blasters that are connected to their forearm. You see them kind of like reaching down the hallway, getting ready to light you guys up. Roll initiative, please.
Oh, crap. Those are designated combat droids, aren't they?
Nope, those are ASP 7s.
Okay, those are still... Okay, sweet.
And this is the hallway right outside the med bay.
the medical bay. Yep.
I'm going to rush over and shut the door. Make sure that no stray shots come and hit the back tank or the droid.
Oops.
Hopefully your initiative is that good.
Do I need to roll initiative for that?
Oh, goodness.
Don,
What's that?
do I need to roll
No,
initiative?
basically, right now, because nobody out inside really knows what's going on outside, no one gets initiative out there. Right now, it's just Crail.
The door was probably closed for the conversation anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
To make sure the
Keep
door
the
was
hallway
closed,
to prevent the
droid
droid
and back
from
tank were safe.
yeah, there's no way you can react to something you can't see, hear, or smell. So.
All I want to do is make sure the door is closed.
All right. Yep. So doors closed behind you. Elo, how many actions and what's your first action?
How many hostiles are there?
You know what? Just taking a quick look down there. Wall to wall. You might be able to get 3 of these things side by side, and you see at least 3, 4, 5, maybe some more coming around the corner.
Well, the one front and center, I'm going to squeeze off a shot at him.
All right. So because you don't have your weapon out, you can go ahead and quick draw that out there at -1d to your blaster skill. You've declared 1 action, correct?
Correct.
All right. Go ahead and squeeze that off. Blaster skill at -1d. Crail, how many actions are you declaring, and what does he want to do? Elo, go ahead and roll your damage.
How far is it down the hall the other way to the barracks?
Probably 5 or so meters.
Okay. I want to be able to back towards that cover while, shooting off around.
Oops. Oh, really? You shoot one and kill it instantly. You hit it right into a motivator. It sort of spins around, slaps up against the wall, starts like flinging its arms around, and then slowly slides to the ground, twitching a little bit. What are you gonna do now, Crail?
I want to back towards the barracks while shooting once.
All right, so that will be a free action to move. It does count as your move, but it's not going to count as a multi-action penalty. So basically, what you're going to do is move down the hallway. You're going to squeeze off a shot and move down the hallway on the opposite side.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and make a blaster skill roll full. Don't have any negatives on that.
Okay.
The rest of you guys, after this round, you can go ahead and roll initiatives as well, because you'll hear the blaster fire outside the door. All right. Whoa. Okay. Crail, you have -5. That'll be a 10. You happy with that roll?
Yeah, I'm happy with 10.
Okay. You miss.
Okay.
All right, but you continue down the hallway towards the barracks area. Top of the initiative order here. All right, let me go off and get you guys all in. Whoops, no, I don't want to remove everybody. I want to put you in descending order. All right, Ray, all you guys hear blaster fire outside. Ray, what do you want to do?
Pull my blaster and run towards the door.
There you go.
Yeah, open it so I can peek out. Can
All
I?
right. But I'm sorry, you run over the door and open it. That'll be your action.
No, I'm not flinging it open. I'm just cracking it open so I can look out.
Okay. Sure. I will allow for that. That will be your action. You get up there, crack the door open enough for you to like kind of get your head out. You see Elo standing in the middle of the hall, right in front of you, just like not even a meter away, blaster in hand, having just shot down the hallway. You guys' eyes sort of meet as he looks over his shoulder at you across his arm that he just shot down the hallway, and you guys have like that moment. That's what you see. And how come Akiro did not get to go first descending?
He rolled initiative after you re-announced.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll come back.
I was late on the draw.
All right, that's fine. We're not going to retcon that. Ray goes first, and I'll come on back for you. So Ray, that's what you see, and that's the only action you declared. So you see droids down the hall. You see Elo in the hall, shooting. So you see more of those ASP 7s down the hall. Akiro, how many actions you want to declare, and what are you going to do?
Probably just one. I want to start like barricading stuff in front of the droid and back tank, just on the off chance that the door gets open and a shot strays in. I don't want Harris to die.
Okay. You can start looking around the room for stuff that you think might be able to help. I'll go ahead and throw a search roll, and I'll take care of you at the beginning of the next round. Rito, how many actions, and what do you want to do?
Rito is hearing the blaster fire. Instantly, the heavy blaster pistol is drawn, and he wants to get out into that hallway, into the fray.
Okay. Well, basically, right now you have Ray in front of you, who has the door partially open, pretty much blocking your way. So we'll play that out.
Move! As I run for the hallway.
Okay. Well, you come up short because he does not get out of your way.
And
Elo.
You're muted. Okay, there are still lots of bad guys.
Yep, and they're closing on you.
I will move to take cover at the hallway's edge.
Mm-hmm.
And squeeze a shot off at the next one in line.
All right, so you're going to move to try and get cover and squeeze off a shot. One thing then. All right, go ahead and make your blaster roll. That's all good, man. Don't sweat it. Awesome roll.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
No whammies.
I'm sticking with it.
Let's see. That is a difference of that much. Another one spins and drops to the ground. Basically, you shoot it in the leg. The leg seizes up. It falls forward, slams its front face right into the ground. Another droid walks behind it, stomps on the back of the head by accident, sort of lifts its leg off, shakes the droid brain off of its feet, and continues forward.
Hey, I'm happy with that.
Okay. Coming on back to the droids this turn. So at this point, Crail, you are out of firing range. Ray, you have not actually gone out in the hall, so you are in cover. And Elo, you're going to be shot at. You do have partial cover at this point. I'll probably give you half cover. That's a plus 2D bonus.
Okay.
So you can choose to dodge if you want, which will be considered a second action, which will be minus 1D, or you can just trust to your cover.
I'll trust to the cover and the range.
Excellent. All right, then. From you, what I need you to do then is just go ahead and roll 2 dice for me. You don't have to roll the dodge dice, just 2 dice is fine. Excellent. So that just tells me how much cover modifier you've got. So, all right, one of them is going to go off and shoot at you, and let's see, he's going to shoot that much. And it tears up the corridor around you. Nothing hits you, not even close. Another one shoots at you, tearing up. I mean, there's blaster bolts are like hitting the far wall, like where you would have been. You know, just that where it makes the L in the wall behind you.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much where it's just getting pegged. Think about kind of like out of A New Hope. Yep, and that's it. They just tear up the wall behind you. So it's basically like when they're coming onto the Tantive 4, the stormtroopers are coming out there and they're just shooting down the hallways and it's just pegging the far wall.
Yep.
That's pretty much what it looks like.
I am perfectly fine with that because I'm not getting shot.
Right. So that's what you see there. Ray, you see that Elo has just made it to cover at the right time, and you just see these blaster bolts just lighting up the hallway, hitting the wall immediately to your left. Top of the order, Akiro, you made a search roll for me, right?
It got like a 9.
Okay. You know what? Spending some time going around here, you don't really see anything in here that really is going to offer up any protection. If there had been, they probably would have thrown some protection on the other back to tank.
Yeah. Then I'll just stand like in front, like a meter or 2 in front of the droid and back to tank with my heavy blaster pistol out, just in case.
Taking up a little bit of cover if you can find it.
Yep.
Or you're just gonna stand there like, yeah, bitches, it's my friend. Don't fuck with him.
Provide.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. So basically,
I will be the cover.
You're doing the whole thing. You're drawing your line in the sand.
Yeah.
You know, back against the wall, protecting your buddy. I like it. All right, Ray, how many actions? What do you do?
I look up at Rito, nod, and go out the door, blasting down the hall as I go.
All right, so you're gonna basically stop in the middle of the hall and just keep firing.
I'm trying to if I can get all the way across the hall to cover that Elo got into too, I'll go all the way. But if as far as I can get to move and get one shot off.
Right. Probably I'm gonna have to count that as 2 actions.
Okay.
And I really should have done that with Elo as well, but I just had forgotten how the rule worked. So I'm gonna retcon it with you. So you're gonna have to declare 2 actions.
Okay.
You have to tell me, okay, are you going to run across the hall as your first action, or are you going to come out and just shoot and then run across the hall? I need to know what in order you're doing it.
Shoot first, move second.
That's all I need to know. Go ahead and make a blaster skill roll at -1d. Now, Ray.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
You're holding this up, Ray. Happy with that roll, sir?
Yeah, for me moving, yeah.
Okay.
It's not Harris, so.
Okay, and he's using a 4D blaster, so that actually is going to be. Oh, probably not. Yeah, it's on the low end of it. I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll your damage. We'll see what happens. Liars. That's not right. Oh, my macro is wrong. Give me a minute, guys. This might be explaining why everything is dying.
Were you rolling instead of 100 d6 as usual? You're rolling like -3.
No, my macro was incorrect, and I was directing a die.
Oh, okay.
So. Okay, that's much better. What'd you roll again? 6, Harris. One of them spins around. You shoot an arm off. The end of it goes flying, spinning through the air. A bright white electrical flash on the far end of where it's been shot off. Falls to the ground. You see the droid kind of like stop, look at its arm, and you see another droid shoot from behind it and vaporize its head, and it falls to the ground.
With friends like that.
They're having a bad day.
All right, Rito. He's gone into the hall, and he's obviously going to try and get to the other side. How many actions, and what do you want to do?
I am going to shoot, move, and I think I'll have enough actions to shoot again.
All right, so basically you're going to get into the doorway, shoot, and then scoot across the hall with everybody else.
That's correct.
All right, so 2 actions. Go ahead and make a blaster skill at -1d.
Okay, so blaster skill -1d. So
and you are using 5d heavy blaster, correct?
Yep, that's correct. The heavy blaster pistol.
Yep. Just need to know exactly what kind of range we're looking at. So
That'd
then
be
roll it.
40. I'm rolling that beautiful bean footage.
Lovely.
And then pips. Yes. All right. There's the blaster -1d.
Okay, that will be sufficient to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yep. And this particular gun is 5d damage, right?
Correct. Heavy blaster pistol.
Dice. Coming right up. Damage.
Wow, that is a really great wild dice and shit everything else.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you hit one of the droids and it like goes off the front faceplate that you can see there. It's sort of rounded at the top. Your blaster bolt hits just the proper angle and just ricochets off and smacks into the ceiling, hitting a light. The light explodes, sending sparks all over the place. The droid is still up and moving. Elo, what are you doing? All right, you are now at the corner, sort of like peeking around. What do you want to do? How many actions? And narrate out what it is.
Well, how many baddies are left?
If you want to take time to go down there peek around the corner and look, that is going to require that's going to be an action. All right.
All right, I'll just pop around the corner and take a shot.
All right, excellent. So 1 action. Go ahead and make your full blaster skill then. And you're not picking a target. You're just going target of opportunity. So
yep.
Roll it up. All right.
Actually, I have another pip on that, so that should be a 10.
Should be a 10, and I'm trying to remember. What do you have for a weapon?
Standard blaster pistol.
4D blaster pistol?
Yep.
I think it's going to be a miss.
Okay.
Going to be a miss, Elo. All right. Crail, you've made it towards the hallway. You look over your shoulder behind you. Elo has made it around the corner. You've got Ray has exited the med bay. He's in the middle of that hallway area, shooting down. Looks like he's trying to make it to cover, and it looks like Rito is bringing up the rear with him. You are standing towards the middle of the hallway. The door in front of you, scrawled in Galactic Basic, says crew quarters. What are you doing?
Now that there's more than just 2 targets for them, I will stop retreating, drop to my knee, and declare 3 firing actions.
All right, we are not on the same page. Let me get an idea of what we got going on then. All right, this is what we got.
An L.
It's an L.
Bad guys down here.
You are here.
Okay.
Ray is right there. Rito is right here in the door, and Elo is right here, and all the bad guys are down this direction.
Oh crap. Can I have retcon my movement a little bit?
No, we're too far ahead. I am so sorry.
It's all right. I will move up to that corner then. I need line of sight, basically.
Basically, this is what you're looking at. Does that give you a better idea of what's going on?
Yeah, they're down the other side of the L.
Oh shit! All that stuff went to the wrong layer. Hold on. Let me pop all that to the right layer. Apologize for that. Token layer. Boom. 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 Layer. Token. There. Does that look or explain things a little bit better for you?
Sure.
Was there a doorway in between where we are and where they were, like where the cafeteria and stuff was, or am I?
No, that was an open area up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was sort of an open area like this, and then you would have had like the cafeteria, something like that. There would have been a hallway going off this direction, probably something like that, and
You're
probably.
again.
And then Oh, god damn it. Motherfucker. Yeah, I just lost my PJ reading. Fucking eat me. Alright, it would... This is just real quick. Look, something like that. Oh, I
Okay,
still don't
so-
see it.
I see it now.
Really? Because I'm not seeing... Oh, there it goes. It just popped up on my other screen. Yeah, so it looks something like that.
Gotcha.
All right, so back to Cradle. Cradle, what are you doing, partner?
I need to move up to that intersection to get line of sight.
Yes, you would. Keeping in mind that right now you're taking a look at that, and your assessment is Ray's in the middle of the hallway of Rito trying to do there, and they're all trying to come your direction.
Okay. Well, then
So
I
basically,
will.
and what we'll do is we'll say that you just got turned around. All right,
Okay.
that's, you go, oh shit, wrong way, and you turn around and get ready to go back the other way, and everybody's following you.
Okay. I will move into this doorway.
Okay, you open up the door, and again, it opens into that picture. It's got 2 double bunks in it, a couple of spacer chests sitting around, like people that had people's personal effects in it and stuff like that.
Yep. I'll try to get improved cover around that corner.
All right, excellent. And so you're just going to kind of wait up there and see what happens?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as something turns that corner, I'm lighting them up.
All right, Ray, you're going to be shot at. You want to dodge or just kind of trust that they are really shitty shots?
Yeah, I dodge.
All right, go ahead and roll your dodge skill at -2d. Now, we can do this one of 2 ways. You can either abort your last action and roll at -1d to your dodge, or you can keep that last movement, and this will act as though it's a third action, so all of your actions will be at -2d.
I abort the last move.
Okay, go ahead and roll your dodge at -1d then. And again, remember, this only replaces their target number for range. Harris rolls some dice. So 3, 2, 6. Not the best roll in the world. Happy with it?
Nope.
Gonna use it.
How many CPs do I have?
It looks like he's got 7 on his sheet.
Oh,
Correct.
good lord, yeah.
Can use it up to 2.
Yep. So you got a 10. Happy with that?
I'll stay with 10.
All right. Excellent. Well, that was definitely better than 6. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's see. First one is gonna shoot off at you. He's got that much in skill. You're gonna get hit. You are hit once. Elo, you're being shot at. You have cover 2D. You trust your cover?
Yep.
Roll 2D for me, please.
Cover and distance. Go, go, go.
Character point.
No. I'm not character pointing cover. I can't use my cover.
All right. So
Yeah, you
6.
can. You can just
All right,
be the cover.
You sort of like peek your head out there, and just as you are looking down there, you see one of the asps lining right up on you, and you see the flash of the muzzle blast from the blaster, and you close your eyes and like pull your head back as fast as you can, and right where your head was, there's now a small missing chunk out of the corner of the wall, right where your face was.
Well, he's obviously the person that I'm going to be shooting next.
Well, there you go. All right, at this time, Ray, I need you to go ahead and roll a strength roll for me, please. Uh-oh.
Go 2D strength.
Oh, shit, he does have 2D strength, doesn't he?
Yep.
All right, you should have one of those macros up there. I think there's a soak E. That would be your energy. Because he's got like some kind of suit that gives him a plus 2 pips versus energy. So he actually has a 2D plus 2. So just click on the soak E macro, and that'll roll it for you automatically.
Huh.
Holy shit! Rolled a
Nice.
16? His
Yep.
wild die exploded. You are missed, sir. It like a blaster bolt just goes right over your shoulder, sort of just giving you that ringing sound in your ear because it has just a certain harmonic frequency, and you know from your combat experience as a combat medic how freaking close that blaster bolt
He's
was.
a hacker.
All right, so top of the order, Akira. You're still just standing there, trying to find some. Maybe you're like, okay, everybody's out in the hallway. All right, you're like, well, here, I'll just pull that over here and throw it on the ground. That might be some good cover.
Well, that was earlier. After that, I was like, well, there's nothing here, so all I'm going to do is stand in front of the droid and back to tank, have my blaster out. No one's getting through me.
Doing the whole James Bond, fuck with me, right?
No, more doing the, you're going to have to get through me to touch my friend.
Awesome. I love it. Go ahead and give yourself a character point for that.
All right.
Rito, you are getting ready to go ahead and make that run across the hall. Go ahead and make a run. If you don't have run, I need you to make a dex roll. It's going to be at minus 1d.
It's going to be at minus 1d.
Yep.
All right, so I don't
Second
have to
action.
run, so it's going to be 2d plus 2 for me for that run check. All right, so 2.
Roll it. It shouldn't be terribly hard for you. I just want to make sure that, because it is combat.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah, no problem. You make it from one side to the other. You skate around Ray, who's like in the middle of the hallway. He's just done like this amazing move. Blaster bolt misses him. So you slide sort of behind him, between him and the wall, and make it to the other side where Elo is. Krail, you are still locked up there. You've seen that Rito has made it to the other side. You're still staying there, braced and ready for people to come around the corner, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you're still holding your action. Top of the order, Akira, you're continuing to do your thing. Ray, you're in the middle of the hallway. How many actions? And declare first action, please. I'm assuming getting the hell out of the way.
You're muted, Les.
Yeah, sorry. I get behind cover, and once I get behind cover, I'll turn to shoot. But I don't like being in the middle of this hall with a 2D strength.
All right, well, real quickly, you've got Elo that pretty much has the only cover at that corner. But you can easily move out of this main hallway down this direction.
Couldn't he use the doorway as cover?
If he wanted to go back in the room, he could. As it stands right now, it looks something like this.
Yeah, that's getting awfully crowded. Is the door behind me open where I'm not going to have to...
Damn, Skippy, it sure is. You can go like that and get into the doorway.
Yeah, I slide back and get in the doorway and use that as cover.
All right, and that will go ahead and give you a little bit of extra cover, and because that is right there and you're not running through combat but away from combat, I'm not going to make you make a roll. It'd just be automatic, and that's one declared action, right? You said you're going to fire.
Yeah, I'll fire.
Okay, does anybody have a second declared action for this round?
Nope, no more.
I fired once, that was it.
Oh, wait a minute, this is a new initiative round.
Yeah.
New
All right,
initiative.
so Rito, what do you want to do?
How many droids are left?
Again, it's going to be the same thing as I just told Elo. If you want to take a round to assess what you're dealing with down there, you have to peek around the corner and use an action.
And that's what Rito will do.
All right, so you pretty much put your back up against the wall, trying to get as good an angle down there to look as you can, making as small a target as you possibly can. Go ahead and make a search roll for me.
All right, you got it. Let's see. Dice pool 3D plus 1. 3.
Awesome roll. There are currently about 3 or 4 asps laying on the ground, obviously torn apart. There looks to be at least 6 or more still coming down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's your action. Elo, number of actions, and what's your first one?
I'm only going to take one action.
Okay, you're going to shoot Ray, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to crouch down so my head's not in the same position it was before when I got shot at.
And try and shoot that other droid?
Shoot the droid that tried to shoot me, yes.
Go ahead and blaster skill with no minuses. Go for it. That is a great roll, Elo. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Van damage. Nice.
You happy with that roll?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that is going to be damn near a critical, spectacular success. Narrate out what happens.
Nice.
All right. I crouch down, peek around the corner, and sensing motion, the droid fires back in the same exact spot where my head was because he's kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I grin a little bit and squeeze my trigger, a nice little tug on it, and drill a shot right through the area where his center torso meets with his legs and chop him clean in half.
Awesome.
And confetti flies out.
So basically what happened is you hit him there, and like his bottom torso area kind of like lands on the ground and sort of shivers a little bit, and the legs and stuff like that walk ahead about 2 or 3 more steps, seize up, and fall over.
Excellent.
How's that? All right, excellent. So that would be Elo's turn. Back to you, Crail. You're still holding up, trying to find out what these guys are doing and how best to render some help. Looks to me like it's all blocked up down there, buddy.
And they're holding strong.
They're holding strong, at least for now. Right now, you've got the rear guard. I mean, if there was a possible way that you guys missed, they might be coming around the opposite direction. That could happen.
Yeah, no, I'm good here for right now.
All right, excellent. In the meantime, top of the order, Akira, you're still holding strong. Ray, wait a minute. Second actions. Ray, what's your second action?
I'm
right?
shooting.
Minus 1D. Roll it.
3D.
Oh, no. Would you like to spend a character point?
It's not gonna.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Yep.
All right.
It's too far away to. Yeah.
You've got
I look at Elo and say sorry as I send sparks flying over his head, hitting right where the droid blaster had just hit.
You can do it that way if you want. It's just a plain miss. It's not a critical miss. Sorry, dude. All right. Top of the order then. Akira holding strong. Ray, you are again first.
Yep, real quick though, for our second action, I would just like to say to everybody, we've got about five hostiles.
Okay, I'll let you do that as a free action.
Okay.
So all second actions are done at this time, correct?
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
All right, Akira holding strong. Nothing has changed. Ray, number of actions. What's your first
1.
action?
I'm shooting.
All right, peek around the corner and squeeze off a blast, sir. And they are much closer now, guys. In fact, probably the next round they could actually enter into melee with you, possibly. That's how close they've gotten. All right, Ray, go ahead and roll.
Okay, 40.
Today!
I'm trying to. It's not my character. I don't have it memorized yet.
Irritable Dawn is irritable.
Oh, I'm actually feeling a lot better now that I've got into something where, I can concentrate on just doing, the narration and stuff like that. Okay, that's going to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Big damage. Go, go, go.
Boom.
Oh, hells yeah.
There we go.
Narrate it out for me, Ray.
After blinking off the shot that I threw towards Elo, take a breath, lean out, slow, easy trigger pull, slap the droid right where his neck attaches to his chest. Sparks fly, the head bounces straight up, clanks around after it bounces off the ceiling, into the droids behind it.
Awesome. I love it. All right. And while you're at it, go ahead and roll a stamina roll for Harris.
Nope. He's asleep.
No. Roll for Harris.
That's not fair.
What do you mean it's not fair? It's fair because I say it's fair.
Resist the Bacta. Do it.
Don't make Queen Bee angry.
Am I still at the negative?
Just roll and tell me what you got. I'll figure it out.
He'll decide if he wants to kill you right now or not if you piss him off.
We'll see if he shits himself in the back to tank. Okay. Okay, no little brown cloud appears behind him. So.
Akira doesn't notice the smell while he's trying to be heroic.
Yep. Yeah, I tell you what, I've always thought that a back to tank would smell like, like green tea or one of those fucking grass shake bullshit things.
Yeah.
Who the fuck drinks strained grass? My God.
Yeah, in my very first campaign, my players made it up on the spot, and it became a running gag. But we managed to get a hold of a shipment of minty fresh Bacta.
Oh no!
And after minty fresh Bacta, no other Bacta would do.
That's so wrong. That's so many levels. Rito, number of actions. First action, please.
All right. First action is to fire a shot.
Well,
Second,
first of all, how many actions?
2 actions. I'm taking 2 shots here.
All right. Go ahead and make your first shot at -1D. Pop it
Okay.
around the corner as best you can. There's probably 4+ of these things left. You think?
Yeah. All right. Here's a. There you go.
Yep.
First shot.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. So dice damage.
5D.
Yep. Oh, come on. Nope. I can hit these guys, but I can't damage them.
Doesn't even stun you. In fact, you hit the same one in the head again. This time it actually hits it a little bit harder. Its head kind of like clanks back. It does like the Arnold thing with its neck. Crack, 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 crack. Looks at you and charges.
Oh boy.
Did you like a digitized? Lol.
All right, so that's your first action. Elo, number of actions.
The Rhodian.
I'm going to take 2. I'm hugging my cover, and I'm going to fire a couple times.
All right, go ahead and make your blaster skill at -1D, please. And you're just like first target of opportunity, basically?
Yep.
All right, not being discriminatory at all. I like it. No. Yeah, that actually, you know what? That actually does hit it. Yeah, that'll hit. I feel more comfortable if you threw a character point on it, but we'll go ahead and go with it. So go ahead and roll your damage. All right, and let's do his opposed.
Oh boy.
That's a difference. Oh yeah, you just pummel it. It drops. Awesome. I love it. All right.
Killing these droids.
Crail still holding. Crail, go ahead and make a search roll for me. If you don't have search perception.
Okay.
Make a stamina check to see if you have a heart attack over doing something well. I killed someone.
Okay, you happy with that roll?
I am.
You are? All right.
Yep.
You see this.
I'm looking behind me. Yeah, there we go.
Coming up the stairs.
Get him, Crail.
Yep.
All right. Number of actions and declare your first.
3 of them, if I can. I'm going to shoot, hopefully, all times. Trust my cover.
Your -2D to all of your blaster skill rolls. Go ahead and roll your first action.
Blah, blah, blah.
-2D.
Boom.
Yeah, I don't think in all of our games so far anybody has actually tried to do 3 actions.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. Nobody ever hadn't
The
seen
Inquisitor Draith did, and he did it.
I did it once when people were fleeing towards the freighter.
That's right, you did. You used a force point, though.
Yep.
The thing is, I'm always doing 3 actions. Be
Creo's
bad.
at 11. What is your weapon again?
Rifle, blast, or carbine.
See, all I'm seeing on your sheet is a holdout blaster.
Yeah, he got one of the blaster carbines from Harris.
Okay, I'll allow it. That'll be short range. You hit, roll your damage. I do believe it's 5D.
I thought it was just a party item I was carrying.
Yeah, you were carrying it.
Is that acceptable?
Was that your damage?
That is my damage.
Narrate out something cool that is going to
Droid, die.
not only have you killed the droid, go ahead and narrate out something cool relating specifically from your blaster skill, and narrate in something that gives you a minor advantage.
Shrapnel shreds the shit out of one of the other ones.
Well, you know what? Pitch it to me, and if I like it, we might go with it.
Keep in mind they're coming up the stairs.
Yep, the first, as he snaps the rifle around, the first shot catches 2 inches below the motivator.
Okay.
And exits out the other side, glancing off the hip of the one behind it.
Okay.
Or the shoulder.
Okay. So,
can I knock it prone?
How about we give it a stun? It's -1D on its actions for the rest of this round and next round.
Okay.
Let's go with that. Okay, guys, I hate to do this. I've got a bio.
Okay.
All right, so be back in just a couple minutes.
I'm more than okay with that. Been holding.
Elo's been tearing it up tonight with his pistol.
Yeah, he has.
Better than Rito.
Yeah, I can hit. I just can't damage things worth crap.
I was bummed that I backed out of that fight. I misread that was an elbow. I thought it was a straight corridor.
Yeah, yeah. Until it was mapped out, I didn't realize it was a elbow as well.
But I'm happy with the result now.
Oh yeah, that was a killer roll.
All right, guys, I'm back. Is everybody here?
Yep.
I think Carol ran off to take a leak too.
All right,
Yeah,
that's fine. So. No problem. It was really easy for me. I just had to walk upstairs, out the side door, and pee in the yard. You know, I'm doing my thing to conserve water and stuff like that, and
That's right. At least you walked outside.
I'm staying green, guys.
Yay!
Yeah, I don't have my I don't have my my 1 gallon jug, so I can't pee in that.
If you're green, that means you walked too far into the yard and got the grass on you. Pee off the porch.
You know what, guys? I feel really good now. I feel like I turned a corner. My attitude is a lot better. I'm feeling it.
Yep. Hey, nothing says attitude adjustment quite like blaster fights.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this blaster fight is actually going quite quick, and I'm liking it. It feels good. It feels pulpy.
It's organic.
Well, and not getting chopped down.
Well, not even that. I mean, it feels Star Wars to me, Diane. How about you guys?
Yes, definitely.
I mean,
very
the
organic.
blaster fight feels real Star Wars-ish is what I'm saying.
Well, it's funny because we're fighting inorganics.
Oh yeah, it's so organic, or it's orgasmic. That's what it is. That reminds me, I'm gonna have to go off and delete. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to download that movie again. Orgasmo.
Yes. Chota Boy.
God, that movie
That is an
is terrible.
awesome movie. Oh, it's so bad it's good.
It's Chota Boy.
It's one of those. It's so terrible. It's good movies. It's a classic.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. Like,
man.
what is that? Was it Bucky Larson's porn star or whatever it was? I mean that was horrible.
Or how about Biodome back in the day?
Oh, that was an awesome movie, dude. Squirrel! All right, you back? Akira?
Yep.
Awesome. So I do believe we left it at Cradle at the bottom. Their turn
Being
to
badass.
So first actions. That one droid is charging at you, Rito. It closes the distance, throws itself at you. This is brawling. Cover is not going to be in effect. If you want, you can abort your. You only had one action or two actions. I don't remember.
I took a blaster shot. I hit it, but I didn't do any damage. And I took 2 actions, so this next action is going to be minus 2d.
Okay, unless you want to abort your last action and just go for a brawling parry.
I think I'll go for that brawling parry.
All right, then go ahead and roll your brawling parry.
Now, do you have that under Dex, or do you have that under the brawling skill and strength?
Brawling. Okay, this is how I run my brawling. It is Dex for the skill and it's Strength for the damage.
Okay, gotcha.
So I think it's listed on your character sheet as a Dex skill.
Yep, the brawling is actually listed under the strength skill.
Nope. Take a look at it.
Oh, I think I'm in the wrong one here.
Yep, I'm looking at your character sheet right now. It lists brawling 4D plus 2 under Dex and nothing under Strength.
Okay, where do you find the character sheet again on the token?
You hold down the Shift key and double-click your token.
Oh, there we go. Yes, okay. That's right.
My name is Brett.
Durky.
Durky. All right, so go ahead and roll a 3D plus 2 for me, please. And this will replace his target number to hit you.
3D plus 2 it is.
Awesome. Roll it.
Rolling it. 2. There we go. Boom.
Happy with that roll?
Tie goes to the defender.
Sure. It's Star Wars.
Then I'm happy with that roll.
All right. He swings on you. Holy shit, he hits! Was that a GM rule, or did you actually get to see that?
I saw it.
See it.
Oh shoot!
saw
See,
that.
I don't know why I did that. It should have been just a GM roll. Did I roll the one? Let me try that again.
Nope, we can see if you're trying to cheat us.
Nope, I used the wrong macro, but we're still going to stick with it because I rolled a 13. So
You rolled a 13, yeah.
I rolled a 13. It beat you 12. So no one's gotten hurt yet. So go ahead and roll your strength, which is fucking 4D.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like it's going to hurt.
This droid's gonna rail him like a
It could. It's possible.
running through a pack of Jawas.
This is me rolling for Rito, okay?
All right.
So, yeah.
It takes a swing at you, and you're like, nah. You kind of like duck out of the way, and it like hits the wall right where your head was, and its fist goes in to like about 3 inches, and it pulls its fist back out. Feral concrete like raining down, showering down in a cloud of dry particles.
Oh, nice.
So that takes care of them. Okay, no, 2 more. Probably gonna shoot one at Ray, one at Elo. Elo, you said you're going to trust your cover. What about you, Ray?
Yeah, I'm trusting my cover too.
All right, I need 2D rolls from both of you.
Woohoo!
All right, Elo, you are missed. And we'll know if Ray is missed or not. All right, yeah, Ray's missed. Ray, some blaster fire kind of tears up the door frame around you a little bit. You sort of like duck back and then peek back around. And that is the end of that. These guys over here, this one is gone, so I need to make sure that we do that. The other one is stunned. So this one's going to shoot at you. So, Cradle, you're being shot at. You declared 3 actions, so you have the option. You have 3 choices here. Trust your cover, abort all your other actions, and go ahead and roll your dodge at minus 2D, or you can just or you can declare reactive dodge, and that will be a 4th action, and all your rolls will be at minus 3D. So those are your 3 choices. Trust your cover. Is he muted?
He was running into a little bit of lag.
Cover. Going with the cover. All right, buddy. Go ahead and roll 1D for me from that side, just because they're a bit closer, and I see it that way. So, roll a 1D for me.
1D, you got it.
Yep, 1D. I don't think you're going to be in too much. No. Blaster bolt tears up the frame around you. You duck back, and then peek back around the corner and get ready to blast it. Anybody else have second actions besides Cradle?
I do.
Oh, is that
That's
me?
right.
I'm sorry.
Yep. Elo, you had declared 2 actions, correct?
That I did.
All right. Go ahead, and you've got basically a droid come charging down the hall and is currently trying to smash Rito's head in. What do you want to do? You can turn around and shoot that thing in the back point blank if you want.
The last time I got into a situation where I could have fired into melee, I chose to engage in melee instead. Rito seemed to handily avoid that shot, so I'm going to keep shooting at the droids that are coming towards us down the hallway.
Rito, ever feel like you're getting rolled under the bus by everybody else? Hey, you know what? He's a dick. He can handle it.
You know, I've accepted my role as token Rhodian comic relief.
Go ahead and roll your
You're the
blast.
only combat guy we have.
Minus 1D for me, Elo.
Yep.
Oh no! You hit nothing.
Yep.
You hit nothing.
In fact, you pull the gun on yourself and shoot off your other arm.
Cradle, go ahead and squeeze off your second action, please. That will be your blaster skill at minus 2D, sir.
Man, this thing is being laggy.
Well, get yourself a real computer, man.
I thought it was all good. Okay, I'm sorry. I can hear now.
Okay. I said go ahead and do your second action.
Never.
Blaster skill at minus 2D.
Okay. Minus 2D and another D because it's my second action?
All your actions are minus 2D because you declared 3 actions.
Okay, gotcha.
So you roll your blaster skill at minus 2D. Happy with that roll?
I am not.
Happy with that roll.
I'll have to take that.
All right. Well, I mean, you can spend another one. You can spend up to 2 character points if you choose.
Yes, I am.
All right.
I'm not usable.
Keeps going robotic on me. Is he spending another point, or is he going with the 9?
I think he's going with the 9.
All right.
Going with it.
All right. Go
Going
ahead
with
and roll your damage for me. Then we'll see what happens.
9s everywhere.
Oh.
Wow.
I know.
9.
Boom! It goes down. Third action. Go ahead and roll it. Again, blaster skill at minus 2d.
Rolling. What?
See, Krill's got things covered down there.
All right. Happy with
Happy
that
with it.
9? All right. Go ahead and roll damage again.
Who knew Krill was the combat monster?
Okay. Copy.
Well, he's got a carbine.
Yeah, he's got a carbine, so basically he's just gone. Oh, Jesus, you did it again.
Dude.
All right, so the third one goes down, falls over backwards, and clanks down the stairs. Top of the order, Akira still standing strong. You see a droid go running by the door, and you see a melee battle ensue between him and Rito. Ray, you're still in the doorway. There are 2 droids left closing. They're at very close range, and they could possibly move into melee or just shoot point blank. How many actions, and what is your first?
1 action, I'm shooting one of them coming down the hall.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll your full blaster skill for me. Ooh. Who's yawning? Who's yawning?
You?
It wasn't me. Ray, that is only going to... whoa. It only stuns it. You see it sort of like a little bit of like electrical current kind of play over its body like an ionization, but it continues to come forward. Did you hear that?
Yep.
All right, excellent. Rito, you are currently in hand-to-hand with this thing.
Yep.
You could attempt to try and shoot it, or you could go, well, I'm going to punch it. However you want to do this.
I would very much like to attempt to shoot it with my full blaster skill.
Okay. You are pretty close. I'm actually going to assess a minus 1d penalty for trying to shoot something that close.
That close. Okay, gotcha. So
All
it's
right.
40 plus 2.
Yeah. I mean, you're still going to have a hell of a good time shooting it. I want there to be something in there to recognize that, because I had something Sunday. That's going to be sufficient. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, something happened on Sunday?
Yeah, in the Edge of the Empire Escape Moss shooter game I had someone with a...
there we go.
Oh, that's a critical. That's a critical. That's a
rifle.
spectacular success. Yeah, a long rifle at short range in a cantina. And I just wasn't happy with the way that it came out. So that is a spectacular success. Narrate it out for me, Rito.
All right. I finally, after hitting it twice in the same spot, right below the, right where the neck meets kind of the chin area of the droid, where its visor is, the head comes clean off. I take another shot and bounce the head a couple times before it hits the floor. Was kind of skip it with some blaster shots.
All right, excellent. All right, the droid stands there for a second, then falls over backwards, clanging to the ground. You shoot the head a couple of times, it bounces down the hallway, rests against the far wall. Its yellow single eye glares at you balefully, and you hear quite clearly in an Australian accent, "I'll be back," and the light goes out.
You mean Austrian?
Austrian accent.
But I said that was not Australian.
No, Austrian.
Oh,
I'll be back.
Dude, I was thinking like I was thinking Crocodile Dundee right there.
No, Austrian. All right, so that is Rito is done. Elo, you're seeing 2 droids charging down the hallway. One of them's got a bit of like ionic energy pandering over its body. How many actions, and declare your first?
I'm going to take 2 actions.
Okay.
First action, I will drill another droid with fire.
All right, go ahead and roll it for me. Minus 1d to your blaster skill.
In fact, I'll try and focus fire down on the one that's got energy crackling over it.
All right, that's fine with me. Go for it.
Ha ha!
No.
You're sucking.
You miss, and that was a bad miss. Go ahead and narrate that out.
You shot yourself.
You didn't shoot yourself, but it's just
the
it's
exact
so
same
horrible.
roll I had last time.
Which was what? I'm sorry.
It was the exact same roll I had last time, a 1, a 3, and the 2 modifier.
Okay, well, narrate out the crappy roll.
Well, what I'm saying is we may have to flush the system after this.
Okay.
But, I've been firing nonstop with this pistol, haven't bothered to check on anything recently. I pop around the corner, line up my shot, squeeze it off, and nothing happens.
Oh, awesome. Give yourself a character point. All right, Cradle, you're peeking down that hallway. You've just lit these guys up. One like droid limb kind of like shakes a little bit and then stops. So you're gonna just kind of keep an eye out on the rear guard then.
Do I hear any more coming?
Make a search roll.
That way.
Go ahead and do a search roll. See what happens.
I'm gonna ready an action to shoot into melee.
Who's melee?
Coming.
No, wait a minute. We're not on the same
Search.
page. All right, you are listening for search on this going this direction, correct? Copy. Okay. You do hear some additional footsteps, but you're not sure if they're getting closer or going away. So I'm assuming you're probably going to want to be like readying.
All right, two actions.
Well, nothing is there yet, but you hear footsteps. Yeah, and you are seriously going robotic on us too. Is anybody else getting that problem with him?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
If you quit using that voice mod software.
If you stop with that fucking digit porn.
Him and his goddamn auto-tune.
Does that work?
2 actions, and he's going to... Okay, how about this? You're covering a certain amount of area so that if something kind of passes through area...
How's that? Test.
That's good. That's real good.
Jiggity check.
Jiggity. All right. Their turn. All right.
I like that.
Those other 2 droids are making their way down the hall. The first one comes running up to where you are at, Ray, pretty much right point blank at the door, and is going to attempt to shoot you. You have declared 1 action. You could dodge at -1d. Cover is not going to be effective at this point.
Well, then I guess I'm going to have to dodge.
Okay, go ahead and roll your dodge at -1d, please.
Let me see, what is it? 3D.
I don't know.
I'm looking.
Jesus Christ, some people's children.
Yeah,
Has it
that
changed?
guy's a real dick.
I'm such a... No wonder I have people... Yeah. Okay, that is going to be your roll, which is better than what he had to hit you, so... Oh my god, he misses! I rolled a 7! You are missed, sir. He comes up there and just like unloads, just like just stitching up the floor right in front of you, up and around, kind of hits the wall. 1 blast passes over the top of Harris, hitting a power conduit above the Bacta tank. And there's a shower of sparks. Harris, you stop. I'm sorry, Akiro, you stop, look back over that to make sure that the tank is not damaged, and it is not, and you are livid.
So a droid has opened the door and shot at my buddy?
No, the door's been open the entire time. It's just closed the distance, is now on the door, shooting at Ray, who basically dodged. And
ran away from the fight.
Something along those lines. Yeah.
I'm gonna blow this droid to fucking hell.
All right. At the beginning of the next round, if nobody else blasts it into pieces, I think that would be totally awesome. Rito, number of actions and first action, please.
Okay, the number of actions. We got 2 droids left.
I had a second action last round.
You did?
Yeah.
We're still in first actions, aren't we?
You're
Nope,
ju-
you did have. You did. I'm sorry. I'm not going to retcon it though. I mean, we've moved ahead.
I was just gonna draw my knife.
Okay, you got your knife. I will allow it.
Okay,
That would
excellent.
yeah.
How many droids do we have left coming around the corridor? 2?
2. One of them is already closed with Ray. And there's another one.
Ray.
There's another one coming down the hallway. Eric, next time send me a whisper.
Okay.
And that way I don't forget you. Okay.
No
Okay. I shoot for the one that's not engaged with Ray for the risk of not hitting Ray.
Awesome. Roll your roll your blaster blaster. You're just making one action, correct?
One action. Yep, that's right.
Whoa.
And roll it 5d plus 2 and submit. Boom, 16.
Yeah, you shoot this one. Yeah, I rolled really crappy. Go ahead and narrate it.
All right. It raises its rifle. I shoot it, and basically, the bolt goes through the droid's blaster right into its torso.
Awesome. There's a small explosion as the blaster rifle on its arm explodes. It's a big enough explosion that it blows off its arm. It's thrown across the hallway into the wall. Some of that like ionic energy plays over it. It shakes a little bit and falls to the ground.
Sweet.
All right, Elo, you have your knife drawn at this point. Actions.
All right. There's one that's engaging Ray in point-blank range.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other immediate combatants around.
Nope, but you did hear a whole hell of a lot of blaster fire behind you last round.
I haven't seen blaster fires come down this. I haven't seen any response rounds come this way, and I haven't felt the burn of a blaster at this point.
No, but you have heard two different types of blaster fire behind you.
Okay.
Cradle shot and mace shot.
I'll take a quick look over my shoulder and see if the situation down there is okay. And not seeing an immediate threat, I'm going to close up on the one that's engaging Ray and try and knife it and rip out power cables from behind it.
All right, excellent. You look over your shoulder back down the opposite hallway. You see Creel in sort of a standing combat pose, like one leg outside the door, leaned up against it, braced with his weapon pointing down the stairway.
Okay.
Obviously he is setting up for something. You still continue to attack the other one?
Yes.
All right, then. Go ahead and make a brawling attack at it.
Melee attack?
Melee attack. It's not going to dodge. That is a great roll. You happy with that?
Yes.
All right, then. And let's see. Does it do... That was the damage, correct?
That was the attack roll.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll the damage. All right. You knife it from behind. It sparks off of the outside. It does draw a gouge, and you do hit a minor power cable. It's going to be the equivalent of a stun for it, but it'll be a minus 1d to all its actions the rest of this round and the next round.
Okay.
Crail, you see a droid head start popping up over the top of the stairs. Go ahead and roll your blaster skill.
Copy that.
And it goes down, falling back down the clank, 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 boosh, clank, as it falls down the stairs behind you. Top of the order, Akiro. Number of actions, and what's your first action?
Is that droid still there that shot at the
Yes.
tank?
Yep. And let's see, just for like cinematic effect, Ray has moved in such a way, he's sort of like gone down on one knee and sort of backwards a little bit, and the droid is like kind of towering over him with its blaster pretty much at point blank range.
I'm gonna blow this bastard to Kingdom Come for trying to shoot at my friend.
Again, total number of actions, and what is your first action?
I'm gonna do one action, which will be blowing the fuck out of him.
All right, then. Go ahead and roll your blaster skill at full blaster skill with no negatives. Your blaster skill is 4D.
+1.
It is +1? Your character sheet does not reflect that. You need to update that.
Oh, okay. It's it's that on my Google Doc. Guess I didn't do that on my Roll20.
It's all good, man. Don't sweat it. I'm just bringing it to your attention. These are the things the game master needs to know.
I'm character pointing that shit because he is dying for shooting at my friend. He is dying.
Okay, well you hit. That's your hit. You absolutely hit.
Wow.
Go ahead and roll your damage. And
Holy crap.
And make sure that you mark off your character points. All right.
That second character point went nuts.
It sure did. It exploded at least twice. Yep, 663. All right, so go ahead and roll your damage. 19. That is a great roll. Happy with that roll?
Yeah.
I'll give you a force point if you use some character.
No. I know your game. I know your game.
Well, no, man. I'm just saying. I mean, I'd hook you up with some force points if you.
Yeah. How about no devil on shoulder? Actually, no hut on shoulder.
Okay. I rolled double ones on my
Yeah,
dice.
you rolled it in the open.
So
Not fun.
Oh, I did. Okay, so basically, narrate out your spectacular success on the last droid, who is standing currently over Ray, getting ready to just drill him, and you are just like, that's it. Narrate it out.
I see the droid with the shots that almost hit the back to tank, and I see him looming over Ray, and I yell out, "Ugh." What would be a good thing?
I was gonna say,
I yell out.
I yell out.
Actually, I think I'll just go for a standard scream out, "No!" Just shoot the hell out of it.
And just kind
You're not my father.
Wow.
No,
no,
it's gonna be this dramatic movie. No! Actually, no, Tombstone. No! No! No!
Nothing says Star Wars quite like no.
Yeah. So, other than the gut wrenching no, tell me how this droid goes down. How does this blaster bolt hit it? What does it do? Anything spectacular? Are there sparks flying?
The shot goes straight in through the chest, hits just the right spot, and like the upper half just explodes out.
Okay. Well, seeing as they don't have a chest.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, there's that big open gap there.
You get
I see that.
Hits one of the U joints on it, and like half the torso area falls off.
I want to blow it in half.
Okay, it blows in half, but I want to hear your narrative of it, though.
Okay. The shot hits one of the U spot, like the little U supports.
Not my narrative, you moron.
Hey, I was starting from there and going to add on it, but you cut me off.
Okay, go ahead.
As I was saying, the shot hit the U spot. The U spot. Anyway, explodes in half. Shrapnel goes flying in all directions, narrowly missing Ray. And as I do it, I blow at the top of the blaster barrel and do like the little pistol twirl and snap it back in the holster and says, "That's for Harris and Ray too."
Awesome. Give yourself a character point.
Dude, awesome.
All right, guys. So that is that. All you see at this point is smoldering wrecks of droids.
Cool.
I changed my power cell.
Yes, you changed your power cell. You put away your knife. That was awesome.
I changed my underwear.
Ray, all right?
Good thing Harris is already in a diaper.
No, this is great.
Can't believe that was. At least you guys know I don't fudge on my rules. That one was out in the open by accident. So.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all right, guys, that's the end of that scene. It is almost midnight. We can keep going depending upon what people have got. I am guessing 45 minutes to an hour, maybe?
Yeah, it's almost 1 in the morning here, so I gotta call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do as well. I have a dentist appointment in the morning. Yay!
That sucks.
Novocaine.
Be on vacation.
Novocaine.
Yeah,
but I'm not on a vacation from dentist.
Yeah.
Okay, how we're going to end this then is you guys are sort of like assessing yourselves and everything like that, Ray, you notice that there's an alarm sounding off from the medical board in front of the 21B. You see its hands are flying over the controls very quickly. And it looks up at you and it goes, "We're losing him," and that's the night.
Yes.
If Harris dies, I'm gonna rip the sword in half.
Wow.
All right.
I already said it
Cliffhanger.
to Elo.
All right, guys. Any questions about the? There wasn't a whole lot of story tonight, but is there any questions about what happened, or perhaps I can expand on something that perhaps I didn't explain well enough? Now would be the time.
Dude,
to
I
ask
gotta
those.
say, dude, that was a kick-ass session.
Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. That's high praise indeed. So no questions.
How bad do you want to kill Harris?
I don't want to kill
He made it
Harris.
to the back to tank.
He did.
And he failed his stamina check.
He did.
In the back to tank?
In the back to tank. It wasn't. You think I made that roll or had him roll that because I was trying to?
I
see
mean,
if
I
he
just
changed
don't
that?
remember that roll.
Yeah, he rolled like an 11 or 12.
No,
It
it's
was
like
a 9.
Yeah, it was a 9. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So, no
right.
questions about the game. Any question about mechanics tonight, guys?
Nada.
No.
All right. I'm gonna be signing off. So good night, guys.
Good night, Brett.
Good one, Brett.
All right, see you, Brett.
In comparison to other sessions that we've run for combat, how did you guys feel about the one tonight?
To me, this went a lot better. I mean, part of it, I think we're finally getting up, all of us even raised to a point where we can hold ourselves, at least a little bit in combat.
Okay.
The funny thing is, I didn't put anything into my blaster skill. I was just rolling hot tonight.
Yep, everybody was doing really, really well. In fact, I think I'm just
That
going to
always
award
makes a
everybody.
difference.
Yep, I think I'm going to award everybody 2 character points for role playing and just having a great time tonight.
That puts me up to 7, which means I'm going to spend them.
Well, you can't spend them until the end of the adventure.
Well, fine, be a hater like that.
I am a hater that way. I award character points in game and at the end of game, and allow you guys to spend them like water to be heroic. There's only so much rule bending I can do for you.
Well, assuming that I have the character points at the end of the adventure, I'm going to purchase into medicine.
You're gonna need some training in that. You're gonna probably either have to find a mentor, or maybe hook up with Harris if he survives.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
look into
And
necromancy.
I've a pad that I've been reading on too, so.
Okay. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't mind handing out an advanced skill, but it has to make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all I'm asking. Just as a game master approaching you as a player, I'm just saying make it make sense, sell me on it, and we'll work out the details later.
Well, as you've known from the beginning, I've been intending to try and get medicine so I can work on my own arm.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. All right, so no question on mechanics. Everybody had a good time then?
Yeah.
No, I hated it.
Okay, and you guys didn't feel like you're railroaded. You felt like you could actually do some shit, right?
Yes.
But Elo
Alright.
should definitely get into necromancy just in case Harris does die, and he could be the doctor that teaches him medicine.
There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast, and if you guys want to sit around and talk for a little bit, we can. So give me a second.